Oh my God. Okay. I am live. Okay. Hello, everyone. No, I said 4:15. I'm not a half hour late. I'm only 15 minutes late, and I'm 15 minutes late because I had to pick up someone with a little fuzzy black face. All right. We're having cocktails. The dog is afraid of the entire setup. Okay, see, don't do that. Well, Kingy, he's afraid of every light and every cord in this entire house. Are you afraid of that? Can you not cross that? Is that like a thing? I'll get an extension cord. I'll get you an extension cord. I'll do it. I'll do it. I will get you an extension cord because I love you and I don't want you to be afraid. Okay. Oh, boob shot. All right. I'll get the extension cord. I get the extension cord. Okay? And you don't have to be afraid of the thing flapping around. Okay, now you're safe. We're going on the ground. It's not high up at all. Okay. And hello. Oh, man. It's definitely Mercury retrograde. It is definitely Mercury retrograde. No, it's just going to keep going. Okay. We're going to talk Giuliani. Colleen got her tonsils out Wednesday. Oh, fabulous. Everything went well. Excellent. The king. We're not, no. Hey, yo. Thank you. Okay. I'm looking ugly. You missed the boob shot. You can rewind it. It's okay. You can go back. It wasn't much. It really wasn't much to write home about. All right. We're having cocktails. We're talking Giuliani. We're talking whatever you want to talk. I have a few announcements to make, exciting things that are happening. And we're just gonna kind of see where the psychic winds take us today, is what we're doing. We're just gonna see where things go. I have no plans. I have no cards. I do want to look at Giuliani. It was not something mystical. Oh, the blue glass. Yeah. I love these. These were inspired by Grammy's house. Grammy she had the green set when she passed away. I got the green set, and then I went and got blue also. I found them on Etsy. Uh-oh, this guy's parking in front of the house. The dog's gonna be pissed. So let's get some champagne or whatever it is you prefer. And let's get going. Gotta get this dog some water. Hi. I know. He's parking. You're gonna have to get down. Hey, pay attention to me. Come on. Sit down. Sit. Hey, sit. You better sit. That doesn't mean sit and bark. Okay, go on. Okay, good. Oh! Come here. Come get your cookie. I'm going to put it over here. Look, cookie. Here, cookie. I'm going to put it right here. You can jump on camera and say hello. Just get started. The king. Hey, listen to me. First of all, now there's no barking in the car, so you're just barking at a car that is parked. Second of all, nobody wants to hear that. No. Nobody wants to hear that. Want some water? Hey! Oh my God. The king. That's like a penis. say to you? There's your food, there's your water. Now listen to me. Nikki, I'm going to work now. I am going to work now. You know what that means. Okay. I think I sat on this cookie. So have you guys seen these Giuliani transcripts? They're apparently a tape, okay? I can't say any of this stuff on, I'm gonna only eat if I don't get it out of my hands. I can't say any of the stuff that Giuliani said to these poor women on YouTube. I will get like banned for life. But OMG, 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 OMG. My camera's cutting my head off, not on my screen. Is that on everyone's screen? Because that would be weird. Kingy, do you want a cookie? Come say hello to the people. Come on. Come on. Come on, come say hello. Yes, come here, come say hello. Hello. Yeah. Say hello. Wasn't that tasty? Okay. All right. That was fun for everyone. Has no one seen these? Nobody is of course I keep pausing. It's Mercury retrograde. Nobody's talking about this Giuliani thing, and it's a huge deal. Like this should be big news. Big news. Is the king a teen? He is a year. He's 1 year old. I guess he's a teen, yeah. I guess. Oh, hello. I guess that would count. He's 1 year old as of July 27th. So, you know, so when I got him, they said he was a border collie lab. But I know there's pit in there. I know there is. No, he has a sex scandal. Giuliani, why does no one know about this? Look at this. Look at this. You guys, this is huge. This is beyond huge. Hold on. Look at this. He's being sued by a former associate alleging SA and harassment. Let's see if we have some quotes. See if I can get you some quotes here. Ooh, she has the tapes. He was caught on tapes, vulgar comments. This is from the Daily Beast. She's suing him for $10 million. This happened in May. See, and nobody's heard about it. It happened in May. She's suing him. She's alleging he forced her to do a whole bunch of stuff. Graphic allegations and text messages. She's also saying he made sexist, racist, drunken, and I don't know if I can say this word on YouTube. I'm censoring myself so heavily, but I won't. So I won't. But of course, he's completely false. He's saying it was consensual. They always say that. Will you shut up? For the love of God. Okay. I can't say it. I will give you the. So this could be a possible trigger warning. This is a quote. Come here, big. Come here, big. Your belongs to me. Give them to me. I want to claim my. These are my. These belong to me. No one else can get near these, okay? I don't care if they're flirting or they give you business cards. They are mine. You got it? Understand? I'm very effing possessive. I've gone easy on you. Yeah, there's transcripts. I want to own you, calling her my B, my WH. My effing S. And then there's also a transcript about him fantasizing about her being a little girl. Oh, do you guys want to know this? This is the Daily Beast, is what I'm looking at. He says, let the doorman wait outside to bring in the luggage. Wait, we need a little time alone. Yeah, I need a little time alone with my girlfriend here, with my daughter, with my little girl. There's transcripts. And no one is talking about this. This is huge. This is huge. And then there's all this Jewish stuff, terrible, terrible stuff about Jewish people. Yes. It's a doozy. It's a doozy. And I will tell you this guy's going down. I'm telling you, I know everybody's excited about the indictments, but this is a big deal. This lawsuit is a big deal. Let's pour a nice hefty glass. We're going to cheers to some indictments. Yeah, notice that nobody's discussing it. It's all, I hate this, we all know he hates politicians. Giuliani consults with his legal team of Bartles and James. Yes, that's a line. That is a line. I hate politicians, all right? I'm going to hate people. Make sure that's plugged in. I have my shadow side. And I hate Republicans more than anyone else because they're just disgusting. But the fact that everybody is like, what about Hunter Biden? Yeah, look, Hunter Biden is an F up. The king, you are also an F up. I'm working. Marsha Blackburn, did you see she tweeted like, where's Hillary's shot? Where's Joe Biden's mugshot? Where's Hunter Biden's mugshot? I'm sure Hunter Biden's got a mugshot somewhere. Pinky out. I'm fancy, y'all. I'm fancy. Pinky out. Trazodone prescription for the king. Oh, kingy. Put the dog on some Valium. So here's the deal. I'm telling you this right now psychically. I'm telling you this. Giuliani is going down on this particular lawsuit. And I also wonder, you can't really, well, I suppose you could make a dementia claim. I think the daughters were already saying he had dementia. Like a couple of years ago, they were like, listen, ignore our father, he's not right anymore, blah, blah, blah. Could be the case. Could be true. There could be some mental decline there. Entirely possible. I look at him and to be frank, quite honestly, he doesn't feel like the Giuliani of years ago. He doesn't feel like Giuliani that was the mayor of New York, although we know that he had mafia ties even back then. Like, we know this. But yeah, they only want to talk about Hunter Biden. Like what? But Julia, you should see these tapes. And this is a disgusting man. I'm sorry. She's detailing a lot of essay, a lot of stuff that I'm not going to go into on YouTube, but this is not okay. Like, this is really not okay. I'm telling you, this is going to take this man down. We're going to get to indict a couple announcements I want you guys to know. I actually went in and sort of teed my website. So go check it out because there's a bunch of just, it's different aesthetic. Looks the same, but when you get into it, you start like looking at everything, it's different. I'm going to be giving away some free passes to the website, so please stay tuned on that. I'm not too sure how YouTube giveaways work. I have like kind of a weird strict rule, but I'm going to be doing that. And then I'm also doing, so every year, patrons and members of ThirdEyeChampagne.com get something called the Wisdom, and that's you see me do downloads on that. So I do downloads, and once a month you get kind of a wisdom download. So what we're doing this year, so we're going to be 12 of them because there's 12 months. I am letting you guys pick the topic, and so it's going to be a random lottery of 12 people. angry men and women. It's going to be a random lottery of 12 people. I'm going to pick one person from TikTok, one person from Instagram, one person from YouTube. You don't have to be a member or a patron to do it. And then the rest are going to be coming from thirdeyechampagne.com and Patreon. You guys are going to pick the topics. You guys are going to be with me on the live stream, and that's it. Just very low and so super intimate. And this is stuff you want to know. I mean, this is like divine wisdom we're talking about here. This is life after death. This is dimension. This is, you know, whatever, aliens, whatever you want to ask. How does the body work? How does life work? How does time work? What are the angels? What is God? You know, blah, blah, blah. So we're going to be doing that. If you want to get in on that, make sure you are an active person on my social media, because that's where I don't exactly know how I'm going to do the lottery yet, but just make sure you're jumped in and active. Make sure you're commenting on the streams and all of that kind of stuff, because that's going to help with the giveaways. It's going to help with the random lottery. So get in there and do that. There's also, I was going to tell you something else. Oh, there's an indictment special at freshchampagne.com and Patreon. And if you want to, I mean, I went through the whole thing, I went through every count, and I will tell you, y'all, it's a mind blower of a reading. These people are going down, but I don't think it's going to hurt Trump's chances of either running for president or becoming president. Straight up. 2 other things, and then I will start to take your requests. Number 1, I'm going to bring an Ask Me Anything for Club 3333. So you can only access that from thirdeyechampagne.com. I love this lighting. Anyway, you can only access that from thirdeyechampagne.com. You go and join there, or you can upgrade your subscription if you're already a member. Ask me anything. So anything about me, anything about predictions, anything about personal predictions. I'm going to make the disclaimer here that if it's something super serious, you need somebody like really focusing, really concentrating, then just get an email reading with me. Don't jump in there and ask in front of, 200 people, is my marriage going to end? Don't do that. But if you want to ask personal questions on that, Ask Me Anything, I will certainly pull some cards for you. That is happening September 8th. And then need to bring the Barbies back. I know. I ran across a picture of the Barbies from election night. Kimberly Guilfoyle and Donald Trump Jr. covered in the white powder. The other thing, speaking of white powder, the other thing is because my YouTube channel was so, they were running me out of town, y'all. They were running me out of town. So I kind of want this thing up more up. See, that's a nice boob shot. Is that better or worse? I don't know. I feel like I'm just cranking my neck looking down. Anyway, as some of you may or may not know, in May, my channel, all of a sudden, they started giving strikes. You get 3 strikes and you're out. You can't get back on YouTube ever again. Never. You can't. They bar you. You could try it from a different IP address. You could do all that. You can't get back on. You are banned. And they take that shit super seriously. So in the span of an hour, I got 2 strikes on material that was from 2020. One of them was unlisted. I appealed it. They denied it. I appealed it again. They did it. And I was in YouTube jail for 90 days. So it was reading on the lady, that thing that happened back in 2020. And it was labeled medical misinformation. It wasn't. I appealed it. I'm not giving out any medical, stuff here. But they didn't give a shit. So to that end, YouTube are going squeaky clean. Squeaky clean. They finally got me. If you want to see me ad-free and uncensored and reading on certain things, certain sensitive topics, then you've got to be a member. You got to be a patron. It's only $11 a month. You get hella bang for your buck, and you get to support a small business, a single lady's small business, and the king, of course. You get to support the king's rock eating habit. Anyway, that's what's going on. So, like there are videos. I took so many videos down, you guys. Some of them maybe I can edit and put back up. But hey. Sit down. Sit. I thought he'd be all worn out, but he's not. The medical medium. No, who's the medical medium? I don't even know. Found the puppy. Had the puppies here. So anyway, that's what's going on. If you're looking for certain videos, that's why they're gone. And some of that Trump stuff, because if there's other things, you noticed it months ago. Yeah, I had 800 videos up, and now I think I have 4. So I had to take a bunch of stuff down. As Lisa pointed out, for the cost of 2 Starbucks, all that content, yes. The king said YouTube sucked. So if you want to find that, again, a lot of that content is, the C word content. That is for free. You can find that for free on RayShampoo.com. All the old stuff, we're still reading on it. I know that people are like, it's over with, but it's not. So we're still reading on it, and we're still reading on controversial things. And YouTube is now going squeaky clean, like no swears. I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna do my best with that. Yeah, we're squeaky clean. And I don't know, I asked the other day, do you know if other readers are not allowed to read on this stuff? Like, I'm trying to kind of figure out if I'm being targeted, or they're just like, no, nobody's allowed to read on it. If he barks again, I'm gonna lose my mind. Oh God, now he's parking his fucking motorhome in front of my house. This guy just went and she just went and like parked all of his cars in front of my house in the middle of the street. YouTube, in my opinion, is harassing the psychic and spiritual community in general. Yeah, it kind of feels that way. Okay, what do you guys want to look at? What do you want to look at? What do you look at? Giuliani's going down. I'm telling you this right now. It's that lawsuit is going to hurt that man. That is going to hurt that man. Now, these indictments, listen, it's the video, like I said, I did a whole video on it, but these people, this is it. This is, I want to jump to a movie reference, actually. My cousin Vinny, you got it. The case cracker, me in the shower. This is actually the case cracker. This Georgia case. This is it. Yeah, Carolyn, I'm still working out the kinks on the Zoom. I guess I accidentally made it so you had to have a passcode last night. Didn't realize it. That video is up now, so you can go to the shows tab and watch it. Bruiser wants to know, did Prigozhin really die in the plane crash or fake his death? We read on yesterday and he faked his death. You wouldn't believe the cards that came out yesterday. You would not believe them. Where's Melania? I think she's in hiding. I mean, I feel like, to me, she feels like she doesn't want to do anything. She's just like, you know what? I'm gonna be over here with Brand. We're over here. Don't talk to me. Don't look at me. It's gonna be Trump. Who's the Republican nominee? It's gonna be Trump. Unless they can figure out a way for barring him, which so far they haven't, it will be Trump. Is Marjorie Taylor Greene going to get indicted? Maybe never. Maybe never. Oh yeah, everybody wants to know about this guy. Ramaswamy, I think is how you say it. I mean, he's a non-entity. Like it's like a flare-up. It's like William Hung from American Idol. Like, nothing there. Everybody makes it a thing, but there's nothing there. Ian, silly question. When you were, did you ever enter competitions modeling? No. Although my Aunt Nancy tried to get me to be the Gerber baby when I was very, 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 very small, obviously. Chris's cards were good. Christie did get some nice cards, but Trump will be the nominee. Unless they can figure out a way to ban this man, he will be the nominee. Yes. Yeah, Ramaswamy is the William Hung of 2003. He is the William Hung of politics, okay? If you don't watch American Idol, you're not going to get the reference, and I can't help you. So, I was in Portugal. Oh, I'd like to so soon. Call him anything actual name. Yeah, I mean, I tried that. I actually did that. I went back and I changed everything. So everything that said Trump, I took out and all of that. It didn't do anything. It did nothing. So you know, it is what it is. That's why I'm saying join the collective. Just join the collective. Sharon's put it up. Sharon, you're just the goat of the mods. It's with these social media apps, we are not in charge. You know, they make so much money off of us, but we are not in charge, you know. So do I say there's an agenda? I mean, I think there kind of is. They definitely don't want people talking about certain things. Also, Elon Musk is going to tank that. I'm just sprinkling predictions throughout this little cocktail party. He's going to tank that app. He's going to tank it, and he's going to be excited and happy when he does, but he's going to put on the face like, I don't know what happened. Oh, well, it was a bad app with. I never wanted to buy it. I don't know who Mommy Wada is. It's already tanking. Is he secretly broke? Good question. No, you know what this is? This is one of those, you know what he feels like to me? I mean, he comes from money. The family has money. It's a blood emerald family. But you know what he feels like? One of those people that it's like that, like the WeWork guy where it's like, I have $100 million, but not really. You know what I mean? Like, it's not in the bank. It's because this is worth this, and this is worth that, and this is worth that, and I'm doing everything on credit. It's kind of a Trumpy way of living. You know, I have this money, but I really don't. Like, if you were like, okay, Twitter man, he's not Twitter man anymore, X-Man, he's an X-Man, whatever he is. I'm still taking my angry pills for the ovarian cyst. So you're getting caustic, angry on T these days. But he feels to me like, yeah, it comes from money. But then I feel like if you were like, hey, Elon, you know, hand me a sack of cash that you actually own. That's your money. And he's like, oh, here's $5. Like, you know what I mean? There's smoke and mirrors to his money. So I agree with that. There's smoke and mirrors. The WeWork guy, yeah, it really does feel like smoke and mirrors to me. Speaking of the WeWork guy, I am rewatching My So-Called Life, child of the 90s. Hello, nice to meet you. And I'm over-identifying with every single character on that show. I mean, what's responsible for it is climate change. So if you want to ascribe that to a water spirit, an earth spirit, by all means, because those things are involved. You know, the universe works in a very intricate kind of way. It really does. Blue Sky, that's a new app, right? Oh, Sinead O'Connor. Okay, I had a full-on Mandela effect, by the way. I really thought Ricky died. The guy that played him, Wilson Cruz. I really thought I was like, he passed away. I mean, I knew it. I was like, yeah, it's so sad that he passed away. And then for whatever reason, I looked it up, and I was like, I don't know, Kirsten, you should look that up. Like, what did he die of? Because I couldn't remember what he died of. And I looked it up, and I was like, oh, he's alive. I Mandela affected myself. So I have a Brittany reading up. If you want to check it out, she's ready to move on. This guy they were together for 7 years. I think he was a sugar baby. I think he was for money and to be kept and to be taken care of. He's not on the up and up, talking about, oh, she cheated on me and I got video. Nobody cares, bro. Nobody cares. Nobody cares if she cheated on you. See, angry auntie. I do think Larry Lake is here to stay. Yes, I do. You had a memory of a hurricane hitting California 2 years ago. Wow. See, y'all, the universe is a tricky place. Now, 2 daughters, I just hit the thumbs up button. Thank you so much. Yes, please like and subscribe. Tell your friends. Tell everyone it's the new Squeaky Clean on T. Although still low-cut blouses, so I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I don't know if YouTube likes that or not. Let me just tell you, I'm gonna be 75 years old. My boobs are gonna be in my socks, and I will still be wearing the low-cut shirt, and you're not gonna stop me. stop me. Of course he's seeking spousal support. He's just a little money hungry, nasty, little trying to get money. He is nasty. He is just a nasty, nasty, low down, no good man. Waiting for that conservatorship to end, get pat on that poor girl. That woman needs someone behind her. And I said that in the Britney reading, which is for free for all, which is up here on YouTube, and the Clock app and the Click app and all of those other apps. Oh yeah, this thing is monetized. So let me know. I do have to say this. Let me know about the ads. If there's too many ads, let me know, because that's YouTube is putting those in. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that manually. That's a YouTube thing. So LMK, because it should be at the beginning and at the end, and like maybe one in the middle. It shouldn't be a shit ton of ads. So please let me know. Hopefully it's not interrupting the stream either. You have to let me know if it's interrupting the stream before continuing. I don't know. At least you got him, Kirsten. Well, thank you. Yeah, poor Britney. She needs to be taken care of. She needs to be watched. People need to be with her. You know, it's so only some people are getting ads. That's interesting. It's start stream. Okay, well, that's good to know. Yeah, let me know. Let me know. Because I mean, obviously, I want to make it watchable for everybody. Yeah, Britney needs people. I feel like nobody's looking out for that poor girl. Nobody's taking care of her. Everybody wants to get a piece of her. I feel like even her own family wants to get a piece of her. Britney looks different. I think it's the meds. I don't think she's cloned. I mean, I don't think anybody's cloned, to be honest. That just doesn't fit in with my version of reality. I just think that's a little bit nuts. But this is what's not crazy. I have a theory. Goes along with the Mandela effect. Like, we're in a different timeline, and in this timeline, Gucci Mane looks like this, and Britney looks like that. Like, we're jumping timelines, and people are looking different. Swear to God, that's one of my theories. I don't know that it's true or false, but that's one of my theories, because I think that poor girl, I think she just, you know, she was working when she didn't want to work. She's on these meds, and those meds can mess your looks up. You know, I mean, and I don't know how well she takes care of herself. I don't. She could be eating garbage. She was a smoker too. I mean, all of that is gonna get you. No, she shouldn't pay him at all. Yeah, no, poor Britney. I want to go give that girl a hug. I just feel like, you know, she deserves so much better. And you can see it. I mean, if you even go back to like the career, like she was obviously being exploited from jump, right? Like her parents said at 16 years old, yep, go exploit yourself, go exploit your body, go for it, have a good time, make us some money. I see Lady Gaga do that slow, weird walk to her limo. No, she's got lupus. She has like a autoimmune inflammatory disease situation going on there. It's not a shtick. It's not a shtick. Poor thing. That's another one. You know, she feels lonely to me. She feels like just Gaga was like, oh, in my groove, y'all. Ooh, y'all, come with the questions, because Auntie is getting in the drunken groove. If you ever watch Drunk Tarot, you know when I hit that sweet spot, it's a good time. It's a good time to jump in. Yeah, she has lupus. I think it's lupus. I think, right? Or maybe I'm messing that up. And the died from lupus, but she has something for sure. Fibromyalgia. Yeah. Britney's got some Arrested Development. Agreed. Yeah, Gaga has always felt extremely lonely to me. I feel like it's hard for people to reach her and for her to reach other people. Ah, that's why. Okay, Selena Gomez. That's what I was thinking that. Okay, lupus. I can't keep people's and Bella Hadid has Lyme. I can't keep why I have a list. It's like a Rolodex of celebrity, injuries, illnesses in my brain. Nobody knows. Elisa says, damn, I want to think of a good question. I can feel you're on fire. I am. I'm ready to go. Taylor Swift, Black Mass. No, that woman is a force. Let me tell you something. When I read on her, and I've read on her, and you can go look up those readings because those weren't censored. Auntie is going to be harping on the censorship all day. I don't like her personality. I hate to say that because I really want to like Taylor. I want to like her. I love her music. I'm a Swiftie 110%. Oh my God, I'm blanking album. Midnights? Is it Midnights? Anyway, I'm obsessed. I'm completely obsessed. I've been obsessed forever. I didn't like her in the beginning. It was a little bit too, I don't know, pandering. Some of the music to me felt pandering, like it was pandering. But the later music, I'm like, OMG. I love Gaga. I love her. She doesn't have the greatest read when she comes through to me. She doesn't read this person in the world. But no, when you have somebody that is that famous, that is that talented, is that sure of themselves, they create this energy. You see it time again. You see it with Marilyn. You see it with Elvis, even though they have tragic sort of histories. But you see it with certain people. They create this energy and it just draws people in. And people want to be close to the fame. They want to be close to the talent. It is a known fact, not really, because this isn't scientific, but it's spiritually known fact that when you are famous, when you're charismatic, when you have lights on you, your aura expands. Everything about your energy expands, and it starts to draw more and more people in. Taylor seems cliquey. Yeah. Is Olivia Rodrigo going to take place? Taylor Swift is going to be a legend. Like, Britney, talk about pop women and come for me, Britney fans. Please come for me. But the fact of the matter is she's so Madonna. She's not getting, that kind of play. I mean, Madonna has the most absurd staying power. I actually bought the Madonna People's Magazine special, and like the list of the number ones, I was just like, what, how? Like, this woman's insane. And you just kind of go, oh, this is the successor to Madonna. And it was always, oh, it's Britney, oh, it's Christina. No, it's Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift. That woman, she's going to go on and on and on and on and on. She will not be stopped. Watch her go. Watch her go. Watch her go. Not even kidding. No, this might be the pinnacle. She's going to have that, for maybe, I don't know, a good 10 years before it kind of chills a little bit. But she is going to have the staying power. She's going to be the Madonna. Watch it. I'm telling you. Damn, another prediction down. I love Kate Bush. She's a bit of a recluse now, right? Isn't that the thing? Yeah, it's Taylor. People want, oh, who's, it's not Britney. Poor Britney was just too tragic. And I hate to say this, but not talented at singing. Sorry, Madonna. I'm a beyond Madonna fan, but she's not. Britney's really not either. Britney was just, didn't have, poor Britney, she was sort of propped up by everybody else. You know what I mean? Like from the get-go, this poor woman was just propped up. Britney's not very talented. Christina Aguilera, good singer, great, but sort of faded away. I'm telling you, it's Taylor Swift. You watch that woman. She will be breaking records in the history books. Watch. What's up with Beyonce? Oh, wait, come back. Where did that comment go? Blue dancing at her concert. Yeah, having been around celebrities, I haven't had an intimate view of celebrities. They do sort of have a somewhat warped view of life. And so for her to have her kid on stage, she probably thinks, yeah, I'm eating hair. It's a dog hair. She probably thinks, it's whatever, it's fun. You know, this kid has grown up seeing her mother and father on stage over and over and over and over again. So she hits 11, she's in double digits. Mom, can I come on stage? Sure, of course you can. Yeah. I mean, to her, it's normal. To us, it might be like, oh, you're exploiting your kid, or your kid ready for that. But to her, it's like, no, this is just, it's life. It's life to them. Gaga's got some pipes. Yes, she really does. She really does. Will Blue Ivy take her mother's place? Good question. Ooh, Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom, they're on divorce watch and they're not even married. Blue Ivy. I've got, this kid comes in really, really well. Listen, I don't like to read on people's kids, but I'm going to tell you this just because the energy is gorgeous. This is a mature, precocious, exciting young person, and I cannot wait to see what they do. Will she take her mother's place? I don't think so. But I mean, when your parents are billionaires, you're kind of geared towards it. It's just kind of the way it goes. But she's going to show us something. I don't know that it's going to be even entertainment as an entertainer, but she will show us things. But I love her energy. She's beautiful energy. I'm like, Ariana Grande, I have a video on her coming out on Monday. As you know, she is getting divorced. She's kind of a homewrecker and did not come out with the best energy. Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham get back together. God, no. No, they hate each other. They hate each other. Madonna's talent was just cutting styles and she could dance. Yeah, I think her talent was also, it was, how do I want to put it? It's sort of intangible. It's sort of intangible. There's something about her that she's just able to, she manipulated people beautifully. I mean, the public, the corporations, you know, she just went through everything. She said, Pepsi, F you. She gave the finger to Pepsi. I mean, you don't have that kind of a career, that kind of staying power, being a not very talented singer unless you got something in your back pocket. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, she was a marketing genius. She was a self-promotion genius. She was a controversial genius. She still is. She still is, you know. You got to hand it to her. She literally said, I can sing. And everyone's like, we'll give it to you because you're doing all this other cool shit. You know, stylistically, she picks all the right collaborators too. Taylor Swift autistic? Not that I know of. I mean, I can't, obviously I'm a psychic. I can't treat or diagnose anyone, particularly with any psychological or medical conditions, because that would be immoral and illegal. But I don't know if it's illegal, but it should be. But she comes across as pretty heteronormative to me, quite frankly, just neurotypical. I like that question. Will AI replace actors in the near future? That's a really good question. Ew. Can I just tell you, there are people, the ideas floating around here, God, Kirsten, woo. These people are right to be striking. They're right to be striking. If you're on strike right now, stick to your guns, because what's coming through for me, and I know I read for people in the industry. I know a lot of you are watching. I know a lot of you are clients. I'm telling you right now, like, stick to your guns, because the stuff that's coming through to me, and I've never read on the executives. I've never read on these jerks making these decisions, these CEOs. Their energy is so bad. I mean, it's some of the worst energy I've ever come across. And the ideas that they seem to be throwing around, like, oh, we don't need them. Oh, what's the cheapest way we can do this? Like that Bourdain, you know, the guy that did the Bourdain documentary, and he AI'd his voice. I see them. I see them not replacing actors, but maybe, oh, we don't have to hire stunt people anymore. because we can AI Tom Cruise to do all this crazy shit, even though he's 110 years old. That's what you're going to get. That's the kind of stuff they're talking about right now. Oh, yeah, we don't have to hire so-and-so to do this because we can AI it. I mean, mostly I see like a lot of stunts, a lot of like sets. Jesus, the kitchen's popping, y'all. Somebody's here. Is this going to turn into drunk tarot? It really should be called drunk mediumship at this point because all we do is talk to dead people, but the name is drunk tarot. The name is going to stick something. This is going to be stunt people, set designers, writers, the kind of people they're trying to replace, set designers. Have AI do it. Have AI design the set. Have AI design the costumes. Actors to a degree. I think you're going to see that, but there's no, I'm getting a download. There's no replacement for name and face recognition. There's no replacement for a star because nobody is going to come to the Oscars to watch no one walk the red carpet because it's all AI, right? They want the stars. They need the stars. They do need that. They need stars. So now you're looking at character actors. How can they be removed, replaced, reduced? They're going to start low and build up. I am telling you guys, it's legit. This argument that these people are making, they're very smart to be making it because it is an absolutely legitimate argument. People really are plotting, for lack of a better word, but they are absolutely plotting to replace so many jobs. They're fighting for people that aren't even on strike. You know, they're fighting, again, like I'm saying, it's set designers, it's costumers, it's stunt people. They're like, oh, just AI it. We can just make a computer do it. We can, you know, yes, we can just do, you know, pay them for so many lines and then have an AI voiceover do the rest of the lines, you know, get this person's voice when they're 23 and don't know any better. And then when their career's big, I can use their voice to do a whole bunch of shit. Their age when they're 23 and don't know any better. And I can use that when they're a big star. I can make all these movies with their AI avatar. That's legit. That is the stuff they are thinking of. That's exactly what's going on. The executives bought likenesses in perpetuity and want to pay once and AI forever. Yes, yes, yes. 110%. Hi, Lady Lo-Fi. Yeah, yeah. They are right to strike. They are right to be worried. They are right to do not. I'm telling you this, Fran Drescher, where are you? Do not back down on the AI shit in the contracts. Do not back down because that's legit. And you know, I don't have any fear of AI. I don't think AI is going to, it's in its infancy. Like if it's going to be Skynet, listen, I'll be dead, so I won't care. No, but seriously, if we're going to get to the point where it's like, you know, Terminator 2, we've got some problems here. It's not going to be for a while. Probably, I would say even 20 or 30 years before something is self-aware enough to threaten the entire planet. Probably about 30 years. You guys enjoying your cocktail party? A little bit different than regular live streams. A little bit different. I like it. I'm a fan. Don't forget, for the price of $11, you too can be a member of thirdeyechampagne.com and get all of the ad-free, uncensored on tea that you want, including Balagos. You can also have access to a book of shadows, 100 spells, and they work, and they work, and they work. Dictionaries of omens and signs, tarot dictionary, free readings, it's all there. Your horoscope, monthly horoscope, yearly horoscope, all these shows, Drunk Tarot, our last two paranormals. I tell you guys about the werewolf guy. I tell you about the werewolf guy that was exorcised by Ed and Lorraine Warren. Did I tell you this? Hey, Kirsten, how is Sinead O'Connor and Tina Turner doing? Sinead is reading. Tina's really resting. I want to do Lisa Marie. I want to give her some propers and do a proper reading on her in 2024. Tell me you casted the spell, witch. So the website swindler, everyone. Auntie's website swindler. Drinking Costco is a hell yeah. Let me tell you something. I don't know what it is, the king, but don't be scared. It sounds like Jurassic Park out there. with my broke ass. I was drinking the Sofia Coppola out of the can, and today I was like, girl, I can't. It's decent sparkling wine. I'll give it that. But I couldn't handle it anymore. I was like, I had to get, so I got the Nicolas, I always say the name, Fouillat. Fouillat? Where are our French speakers? Am I saying it right? Nicolas Fouillat? So I had a bottle of that for today. Funny you should ask about the wolf guy riding public transportation. So I will give you a brief, because this story got to me. So this is one of the paranormal episodes on thirdeyechampagne.com. This guy in England, he's a kid, he's 16 years old, and he all of a sudden out of nowhere goes nuts one day in the garden, starts running out, growling, going nuts. He's ripping up the fence posts, he's ripping out the fence, the fence, the pickets, everything. He's uprooting trees. And the parents run in the house, lock themselves in the house, and they watch him destroy the yard for like an hour and a half. And then tires himself out. And they're like, oh, I guess we can let him back in the house. So they do, and years go by, and nothing really happens. And then he gets engaged. And at his bachelor party, public transportation, haha, thank you for asking. At his bachelor party, he's getting in a taxi cab, drunk as shit, and it happens, it starts growling, he's attacking people, he's ripping the cab apart, he gets arrested. The police come, and he's like trying to fight all the cops. He fights like 6 cops at once. It's a whole, he has no memory about it. Goes on, gets married, but then it's happening more and more and more and more and more, probably because he didn't want to be married, I'm gonna guess. This was sometime, I would say in the 50s or 60s. So eventually, Ed and Lorraine Warren of Ed and Lorraine Warren fame hear about this guy, and then he's possessed by the demon of a werewolf. This is on thirdeyechampagne.com with super awesome pictures, I might add. And so they fly him to the United States, and they get this man a werewolf exorcism. You can look up pictures. They say, oh, his face contorts, his face changes. There are pictures of the guy online. I'm not kidding. I mean, how I found out about this, who knows? I like to go into, I'm a Scorpio, so I go into deep dive stuff, So they exercise the werewolf demon out of him. The guy's cured for life. He goes back to England. He's a half camper. But what an absolutely bizarre story. Like, how utterly bizarre. Utterly bizarre. There's also one up there on Black-Eyed Children, which I didn't know about until after the hospital, and it sort of came up on my radar, and I was like, I wonder what this is. So of course I have nothing but time. I'm healing. I do the deep dive. I'm looking at it, I'm going, OMG, crazy stuff. The lid saver is the very best. You got to, yes, it is. You got to visit Stonehenge this summer. Oh my God. I think I did a read on Stonehenge. I did. It's up at thirdeyechampagne.com, and thank you for asking. I never do this, but you guys wouldn't mind. Can we just send some love to my cousin MJ, who she's the coolest person ever. And she slipped, fell, got a bruise on her brain, busted a bunch of ribs, had a lot of problems, was in the ICU. She's out now, she's okay. But can we send some love to her, please? If you wouldn't mind, as a collective group. I never ask for this kind of shit, but if you wouldn't mind, can we send some prayers to MJ, some blessings and speedy healings over to MJ? I would very much appreciate it. Very much appreciate it. I was, yeah, somebody's here, but I can't figure out who it is. Let me see if I can. Try this. If you're here, can you give us a sign? I'm trying to get MJ on the show. See, now I'm hearing weird stuff, but you guys can't hear it. If you're here, can you give the people in the chat an audible sign? Nothing. I get like really quiet like that. Okay, you want to talk? Fine. I'm going to ignore you then. I'm going to ignore you. Loved my Timothy Leary reading. Thank you. Also at thirdeyechampagne.com. I don't think it's Bobby or Bourdain. I don't know what it is or who it is, but it's definitely something. There it is. But it's not identifying itself. And if it doesn't identify itself, I'm going to tell it to leave. Oh, the king passed out. The king absolutely passed out. Okay, now there's a click over here. I don't know if you guys could hear that. But it's not identifying itself. It's just, I just feel it and it's making all these weird noises. I'm going to move on. Yeah, I'm going to move on. Questions, comments, what have you. Where are you? By the way, don't forget. Oh, I didn't tell you this. No, you can't not forget because I did not tell you. So I'm going to be doing some circles, some reading circles. It's by lottery only. Make sure you are commenting on my videos. Make sure you are liking, subscribing, and commenting on my videos because I'm going to be going randomly, picking out people from all the social media. So also on the Clock app, also on the all of those, and the FB, of course. Make sure you are making lots and lots of comments because it's going to be a random lottery. We're going to do about 10 people once a month, and you're going to come to a private Zoom with me and the other 10 people, and we're going to read on stuff for you guys. So that is happening. Make sure you don't want to miss it. Listen, I don't want to sound like a self-promoting see you next Tuesday, but I'm going to because I'm really good at what I do. I'm good at what I do, and I want to do it for you, and I want to raise my profile. And since YouTube being a little bit of a see you next Tuesday itself, this is a good way to do it. So make sure you are commenting, not also in the chat, but on the videos, on the TikTok. Oops, I said the word. On the Clock app, on the Picture app, on the FB app, all of the apps. Make sure that you are commenting. Go and get a date with a nice guy who can make you laugh. I may never date again. I may never date again. I'm kind of over bullshit. Oh, Elisa and I should do a live together. Idea. The alien whistleblower. His medical history was released, and he has had some PTSD incidents. Is he being smeared? Is he speaking truth? No, I think he's legit. I think he's absolutely legit, 110% legit. Make sure you guys, by the way, Eliza did just start her Clock app profile. So if you are on the Clock app, make sure you're following, I think it's Third Eye Champagne, and I want to say you're Eliza Brooklyn, but pop it in. Pop it in the chat if you need to. You like my couch? Thank you. I like the couch too. All right, what else are we reading on? I'm in my groove, y'all. Flow. What do you want? Yeah, these streams are so much more weird and laid back than the regular ones where it's like cards. Read on this, read on this, read on that. Yes, Connie, exactly. The Clock app. Exactly. So for those of you who are creators, give you a little bit of wisdom. Social media does not like it when you mention another social media. The AI picks it up and then they drop your content down. So if you're on the Clock app and you make the Picture app, they don't like that. If you have a Clock app video with the logo there and you put it on the Picture app, they won't show it to people. Did Vivian Lee manifest playing Scarlett? Oh, good question. I like that. Oh, she's got interesting energy. I don't know if she manifested it so much as it was coming her way no matter what. Maybe to date women. I thought about it. See, there's another noise. But whatever it is not coming through. So I'm not going to mess with it until it announces itself. I thought about dating women. I don't think, I mean, like, I always say I'm like 50% queer, but it's not enough of a percentage to be like, and let's start a life together. And it's not there. I don't have it. But I think I just like being alone. Period. I think I'm just like, you know what? I don't want to put up with anybody's bullshit, male, female, or in between, or both, or neither. I don't want to put up with it. There's another ad. Yeah, there's ads. Sorry, guys. Let me know. You should only see a couple of them. It shouldn't be too bad. Quite frankly, I will tell you, Venus retrograde in 10th house has not been kind to me, and I've had to put ads on things that I don't normally put ads on. So financially, I'm not in the best position, and that's why ads are coming on the live streams. However, if it's excessive, if it's too much, if it's hindering your watch experience, let me know. I'll do what I can. But that's why you're getting ads. That's why you're getting ads, because I cannot afford at this point in my life to leave any money on the table. Can't do it. Sorry. If y'all want to subscribe, to thirdEyeChampagne.com and Patreon, I can take the ads off again. But that's why ads. Yeah, I don't think Vivian Lee manifested Scarlett so much as it was always coming towards her. I feel like it was faded. Completely faded. Live by yourself for over a decade. Yeah, I mean, well, and the other thing too, that I hear Eric Adams, I don't like that guy's energy. New York City mayor, I don't like that guy's energy. I never have. And he feels, you know what? I'm going to say some slander stuff. He feels sort of, I don't know if he's corrupt or if he's lazy, but there's something there where the guy's like, I'm not really here to do my job. I'm here to do something else. That's what he comes through as. I'm here to do something else. I'm here to be over here. I'm here to look at that. I'm here to do that. Not here. There it is. See, are you guys hearing this? There's something in the damn kitchen again. Yeah, I hear so many people, women in my age range that date, that just are like, I hear horror stories. Horror, because those would be fun. Horror. Horror stories. So at this point, I'm like, More and more ladies are coming out as late in life lesbians. I didn't make up the term because it's part companionship a la Golden Girls. Well, and I think also it's more accepted. There are so many, like, even when I was growing up, it was kind of like, I remember I had, and it wasn't a queer thing. It was I want to be as beautiful as her thing. So I had Drew Barrymore all over my wall. I mean, just those Guess ads. You remember those? If you're, look them up if you don't know, because it's worth a look, trust me, especially with the like 90s nostalgia going on. But the Guess ads with Drew Barrymore, it was kind of had the blue wash. She had like the 90s eyebrows, very blonde hair. I wanted to be 90s Drew Barrymore so badly. So I had her all over my walls. And I remember we had a bunch of people over. They were assholes, but they were over, kids. And they came in the room and they were like, oh, you're, and they were using very derogatory terms. Oh, you're this, you're that, you're that. I was just like, no, I'm not. Like it didn't bother me, but it was kind of like they were definitely saying it like it was a negative. So even back in the late 90s, early 2000s, people were not allowing you to have that kind of identity. You know what I mean? So I'm not surprised there's a bunch of late in life lesbians, because they weren't allowed. Ooh, L. Ron Hubbard. Oh, L. Ron Hubbard. Weird energy on that guy. So I actually have a connection to Scientology. Do you guys know this? Do you know this? If I told you this, oh God, don't park in front of my fucking house. Well, see, everybody moved their cars, and now this kid can't park. What's he gonna do? Oh, we're not doing political readings. We're reading on everything. And yeah, I said that guy is the William Hung Ramaswamy. I'm sure I'm saying the name wrong. He's the William Hung of 2023. I did do a good Scientology reading. That's right, I did. So get this, okay? Get this shit. So my Aunt Nancy, who you may know from such films as the Langston Family Seance, also at thirdeyechampagne.com. And she's just, oh God, I love her. So Aunt Nancy, she also does a lot of blogs at thirdeyechampagne.com. She's a marriage family therapist. She's amazing. Warrior Witch is finally in the house. Hello. My Aunt Nancy, unfortunately, her husband passed away. We had a just like this massive, it was like the fuck dinosaurs. It was like a meteor hit my family and everybody just started dying. So her husband unfortunately passed away. And she does not sit on her laurels. Does not know how to rest on her laurels, period, point blank. So after a little while, she was like, I'm going dating. She was on all the apps. And I took all the app pictures. I was taking the whole pictures. You know, woman's like 70 years old. I'm taking the whole photos for her to put on the apps. She meets this guy. She's like with him now. They're like in a common law marriage or something. But she meets this guy. And out of nowhere one day, he says, hand to God, he says, well, my father helped invent the e-meter for Scientology. And I mean, I'm like grilling, half drunk. You know what I mean? We're having a little family party. I'm half drunk. I barely know the guy. He's banging an aunt. And I'm grilling, and I hear this, and y'all, I did The Exorcist. My head went around 360 degrees, and I vomited pea soup. I was like, what? Excuse me. What? Excuse me. This man, this man's father, I'm not giving you his name on purpose because I don't want to put him on blast, but this guy's dad was like this with L. Ron Hubbard. He knows all the big Scientologists. He knows Cruz. He knows Travolta. I'm not kidding you. I am 1 degree away from Scientology. He is not a Scientologist, but his dad was a very big deal, heavy hitter. Inside, I don't know that he believed in it. I honestly, I'm like, you know, your dad went for that shit, huh? And he was just kind of like, eh, he invented the e-meter, and I'm just like, what? Hand to God. Hand to God. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Wild. Absolutely wild. Yeah. He's met Tom Cruise. He's met Travolta. He knows big ones. It's kind of ridiculous. A little bit ridiculous. So, I mean, well, there was just something recent about what's his name's wife too. I'm blanking on the name. Take my mind's name today. PTSD is a mother effer. Miscavige. Shelly Miscavige. There was something that they said they had spotted her. What is the e-meter? It's the cans. You put your hands on the cans and it tells you when you're clear. Like you confess all your sins. Basically, it's like bastardized Catholicism with tin cans. You put your hands on the cans and they sort of, it reads you. The e-meter reads whether you're like clear or telling the truth or something. I'm not exactly sure what it does, but he invented it. Will Mark Renner, Remini's podcast host, survive his cancer diagnosis? Yes. And prayers up to him. There's warrants out for Miscavige. He's in hiding. Oh, let's look at him. Oh, something juicy. Oh, and the Russell Brand cult. Yeah, he's a weird guy. I should do a full reading on him. I'm going to say this. I don't know that the wife is dead, but but here's the thing. She feels very present, but I honestly can't tell if it's in body or out of body, but she feels very present. Yeah, this is like very Nicki Minaj, you know, my boyfriend's cousin's testicles. Like my aunt's banging the guy whose dad invented the e-meter, like that. But it's legit. Yeah, Miscavige. I'll do Russell Brand next. I can't tell if she's alive or not. I really can't tell. I honestly can't tell. She feels very present though, and I can feel her. I mean, there's something about and I don't know what this is, so this is very vague, but there's something about her not being able to eat or being very thin or not well. There's something about thin, skinny, not being able to eat. There's something there. That's what comes most on her. And then when I look at him, so apparently he's in hiding. He's in South America. I don't think he's on land. I wonder if a ship. But he's definitely, I'm getting South America. I don't know that he is in land. But if this guy gets found, it's not anytime soon. His fate is very wonky. It's like one wrong turn and he'll be found, and one right turn and they'll never see him again or something. But I do get the sense that his lawyers are actively working on getting things worked, dismissed, moved, what have you. But right now, are we looking at a miscavige perpoc? No. And I'll also say this about Tom Cruise, and this is weird, but this is what comes through. He feels less present to me. So I don't know what this is. I don't know if this is he's just got funky energy on him, or his consciousness is like taking a walk. But I mean, this is years. I'm talking about years. He feels less Tom Cruisey and more like something else. Like when I look at him, it's like, here's the essence of Tom Cruise, and here's this other thing, and that's more what's driving the bus these days. So I'm not sure what's going on there with him. Weird. It's definitely weird. Sooner hang out with Travolta than Cruise. That's why. It's the vibes. I'm telling you, there's something funky. I don't think Tom Cruise was always funky, but there's something, he's got some fuck on him now. He's got some weird shit. And he wasn't always this way. He wasn't. He absolutely wasn't. Seems like Cruise is nice to everyone except his wives. Interesting. You don't get a good vibe from Cruise. Yeah, I feel like, well, it's funny because even when I look back at early Tom Cruise, it's kind of like, there's not a lot there. This is one of those people, it's weirdos. I was just thinking about somebody that I know IRL today. It's the same deal. So when I meet people, I mean, they automatically get read. It just happens. I'm not reading them, and there are people like, oh, you have all these layers, you have all these things. And then there are people I meet and it's like they're one-dimensional. It's like there's nothing there. There's no layers, there's no emotion, there's not even neuroses. It's not like you can look, oh, you're a psychopath. There's literally nothing there. It's kind of like they're sleepwalking through life, or they're just a body and there's no soul in there. It's very weird. And a little bit, that's kind of what Cruise like, a little bit like, he's just a personality. There's nothing behind it. He feels weird. I have no beef with Tom Cruise. I mean, I like movies. I think he's a pretty effing good actor. And honestly, to be quite frank, he'd probably be really fun to hang out with. I feel like it'd be like, Tom Cruise would be interesting to hang out. I feel like you would have a very interesting conversation with this guy. But when I look for layers to Tom Cruise, it's kind of like, not quite. It's like a one-dimensional thing. Weird. So apparently Russell Brand has a cult. Is this like a real? I'm gonna Google that. Color of Money. Yes. No. It's nothing like that. It's not. No, I think the guy's neurotypical. Sorry. Text messages. Russell Brand. I'm just gonna look it up. I'll just use. Do you think cult is a word that YouTube doesn't like? I guess we'll find out. Fans say he's officially lost his mind. Okay. Oh, these are some weird. Okay. This is really bizarre. See, this is either my phone spying on us and I don't have the microphone on, but either my phone is spying or the universe is very synchronistic. This is what I just got. This is crazy. So third thing down, Russell Brand is hurt. Tom Cruise didn't want him for Scientology. It's literally here. It's everything that I'm seeing here now. It's like, I wish they took me to Scientology. I mean, we're in the Matrix. It's happening. Russell Brand. He's a weird guy. I've never read on him before. He's strange, though. He's not, you know what? This man is not of this planet. I don't think we're dealing with a human being here. He feels weird, strange. Like, there's not a lot there. Dolores Cannon's background people. I have a blog on that, thirdeyechampagne.com. Hello, self-promotion. Thank you. It's called Being a Bro Bitch. Can you talk about Dolores Cannon's background people? I think they don't really seem to have a soul or something like that. So for those of you, for the uninitiated, Dolores Cannon was a hypnotist and therapist, and she would regress these people, and then they would give her this information. They would be like, here's this whole thing about the world. For me, two things. Number one, were these people tapping into the universe? Oh, look, we have a troll. Look, we have a troll. I'm a bullshitter. I should grow up. I'm another wannabe fame seeker. I'm a fucking loser. I'm a dick. Now, why on earth do you think that person came from Twitter? Why on earth do you think someone would go out of their way to do something like that? Seriously, I'm curious. It means nothing to me, but it makes me wonder why. It's probably a 5-year-old, right? Like, this is like a 10-year-old child, right? On Twitch that like saw it and was like, I'm gonna do something. It's because it's on Twitch. That's why I don't have any mods on Twitch, because nobody ever fucking watches me on Twitch. There's some rando that just came in on Twitch and was like, "You're a piece of shit." Yeah, it's funny. It's kind of funny. You just took time out of your life to do that. It's just silly to me. It's just really silly to me. They feel victimized by life and lash out at innocent people. I was glitching. I'm glad you came back. Right, it's a 12-year-old. It's a child. It's a child. Shit, but I lost my train of thought, and I feel like it was a really good one. Oh. They feel invalidated, so they must act out to validate themselves. They are weak in spirit and character. Yeah, it's weird. I don't get it. Oh, right, background people. Thank you. Yeah, Russell Brand. There's not much there, to be honest. There's not much there. So she's regressing people. Here's my thing. Are they tapping into just totally bizarre, possibly demonic energy, just feeding them misinformation? Are they tapping into weird alien energy that's feeding them misinformation? Or are they tapping into universal actual consciousness that gives good information? I don't know. I don't know. I haven't sat down, and that's something I'd have to do sober. That's not a champagne read. But that's, so basically she would do these regressions, and these people would give her information, and different people would give the same information. And one of the pieces of information was about background people. So according to Dolores, I did a whole blog on this, so I'm well versed. People that you do not interact with in your daily life, like they're like extras on a set. Like you're walking through the airport, nobody talks to you, no looks at you. It's a background person with no soul that doesn't really exist. They're just populated by whatever, the matrix, the universe, what have you. I want to look at Kevin Spacey. It's a great idea. Keanu Reeves has beautiful energy. She did claim to get messages from Nostradamus. And that's the thing, we just never know. I can't, half the time I tell people, aside from the wisdom, which I just feel in my heart is legitimate, I don't know where the hell I'm getting information from. Blue Storm is asking about the thing we can't talk about anymore. So it's the C word, that thing that started back in 2020. YouTube won't let me talk about it anymore, Blue Storm. Answer is yes, and go to thirdeyechampagne.com or Patreon to watch uncensored ad-free videos about that exact subject, because I cannot talk about it on social media anymore. I can't. they're coming for me. And that's not me being paranoid. They literally tried to get rid of my channel. I had a bunch of strikes and can't talk about it anymore. So are background people real? I don't think so. It's never, even when I read on it, even when, you know, I heard about it, I was writing a blog, I was kind of, doesn't really ring true to me. And then her caveat is if you can walk up to people. So like I'm in the airport and I see all these people milling and nobody's talking to me and nobody's looking at me, so they must be background people. However, if I have the ability to go up and grab somebody like, hey, then they're not a background person. I just don't buy it. Sorry. I just don't. It seems a little erroneous. I haven't really done a dive into Dolores Cannon too much. You know, she has a whole theory about 2 separate Earths and people that, I don't like theories that separate us. I feel like something inherently wrong with them. I love that you guys are talking about Costco in the chat. But she had a theory that like basically all the people that believe in fear and negative stuff, they're going to go to a separate physical Earth. And all the people that are enlightened, like of course everyone in this chat, except for that poor troll on Twitch, you know, they're going to go to the positive Earth. And it's 2 separate places. It's 2 separate physical places. The Earth is going to divide itself into 2 separate physical places. Yeah, I have a problem with it. It could be my own mental bias, and maybe I can't read on it well because I'm biased against it. Because I look at shit like that, I look at background people, and I'm like, I feel like you were confused. I don't think she was a bullshitter. I think somebody in the chat said bullshitter. I don't think she was a bullshitter, but I look at it and I go, I feel maybe like you weren't being given the best information. Like, oh, that dog, you missed it in the beginning. He was going cray cray, and now he's worn himself out. Oh, Michael Orr. Oh, good one. Tiffany, you are coming out with the good stuff today. All right, let's look at Kevin Spacey. Pour some more champagne. Oh, naughty auntie. I mean, it's kind of a drunk tarot, but not really. Drunk tarot, we have one subject. It's typically mediumship. I'm having fun at our cocktail party, so thank you very much for being with me. I'm sure, I'm like, is there anything to tell you in the middle of this effing thing? Uncensored, ad-free, Patreon, thirdeyechampagne.com, $11. You get more at thirdeyechampagne.com. You get more there, but you get the same shows at Patreon. Some people are just more comfortable having kind of a known brand. I don't take your financial information. It goes through PayPal or it goes through authorized.net, which is just like Stripe. I don't take it. I keep it. It goes through other payment gateways. You cannot get your information taken from my website. Somebody at one point said, oh, my bank said it came from you. Couldn't. My website directs you somewhere else. I don't take your financial stuff. So if that's what's holding you back from jumping on there, I don't touch any of that stuff. I don't take it. I don't see it. My website doesn't keep it. It literally just says, here, go to PayPal and pay, just like you the Macy's or anywhere else. Share Kevin Spacey. It is drunk roulette. I love that. It's drunk roulette. Catherine Parr's baby. Oh, I need more background information on that. Right, the world separated into Barbara race. It just feels like a bit much for me. I'm looking heaps better, Celtic Seer says. Are you guys all following Celtic Seer? I hope so. I am on the mend. Mercury and Venus currently retrograde. Yes, Venus goes direct on 9/3. Any upcoming videos with Megan Davis? No, I have to pin her down. I do want to do a video with her. This illness kind of set me back, so I haven't been able to collaborate with stuff like that, which has kind of been annoying. Oh, good question. Do we ever live among the fairy folk? I have a whole video on that at, you guessed it, thirdeyechampagne.com. I don't think it's up yet, coming up. Kevin Spacey. So if you didn't know, Kevin Spacey got in a lot of trouble for stuff he did ages ago. I don't think there's anything but it's all Me Too type stuff, and it's pretty smarmy, but he always kind of came across as pretty smarmy, so I'm not surprised by this. He is now trying, just one of his lawsuits in the UK, he's trying to mount a comeback. This is weird, but I think he's going to have better luck than Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp, you know, your opinion one way or another. I have lots of opinions and thoughts and psychic things on that, which of course you can check out here on YouTube and at, you guessed it, thirdeyechampagne.com. But Depp is never going to get his career back. He's done. He's toast. I think, I mean, as far as getting those big high profile jobs, you know, those mega movies, mega star jobs, big budget, I just don't see it for Johnny Depp. Thank you, Fiona. Spacey, I think, is going to have better luck. I think not great luck. So I don't think it's like, oh yes, and here, have a show. Like, oh, House of Cards got canceled because you were a dick. Here, have a show. I don't think that's going to happen for him, but I think his career is going to rebound a little bit better than Depp for comparison's sake. I think it's going to rebound a little bit better too. I think he has a little bit more of a chance. I'm not sure why. I think he's a good actor. I mean, I think he's a good actor. I think he's really good at what he does, but he's always had a little bit of a smarm factor for me. Who else were we looking at? We haven't Spacey, and then Tiffany came up with another good one, and I already forgot it. Yeah, so if you're just joining, middle of the stream, Lee Carroll. Oh, I know Lee Carroll. I've never read on Lee Carroll. Let's read on Lee Carroll. I like that. I am being heavily censored by YouTube. Okay, so I can't talk about certain things anymore. YouTube came after me. I got 2 big strikes on my channel. I don't know if it's trolls or if it's YouTube itself. I don't know, but I'm under fire. I'm under fire. Again, like I said, I don't know if this is happening to other readers. I haven't reached out to anybody. I just haven't had the time. But there are some things that I can't talk about anymore. And it's the controversial stuff. The Trump stuff, you know, I'll do a little bit of it. I don't want to do too much of it. I'm going to put most of that at thirdeyechampagne.com. See those videos? They're uploaded somewhere else. They don't come from YouTube. So when they got me on my strikes, it was on unlisted. One public video and one unlisted video, and they nailed it within 30 minutes of each other. And they were like, if you get one more strike, we're obliterating your channel forever, and you can never come back to YouTube. You can never come back. There he is. Woke up out of a dead sleep because he heard another dog bark. Kingy, hey, chill out. Relax. So, just your mid workout outfit, even though I didn't work out today. Yes, it is to the other readers. Okay. Yeah, so just FYI, if you're just jumping in and you watch these midstream, just so you know, if you're missing videos, if you're going like Auntie had way more videos up on YouTube, I had to take down a shit ton of them. So if you're looking for anything about that safe thing that back in 2020, a lot of those are for free up at thirdeyechampagne.com. If you want me uncensored, ad-free, that's where you're gonna go, thirdeyechampagne.com, or Patreon if you're more comfortable there. But I cannot, yeah, the video, actually, speaking of plant herb, yes, the video did with Sonia from Soul Sisters about plant medicine, I had to take that down. They don't like it. So that's going on. So if you're looking for stuff, that's where it is. If you want to see something quote unquote controversial, your best move is, do the $11 a month and come and hang out with us. It's just so much bang for your buck. You get all the archives from 2017. You get all the new videos throughout the year. You get all the live streams. You get a blog. You get all these dictionaries, tarot, omen, spell books, all of that with that thirdeyechampagne.com membership. So just FYI. I know. No, I had to take it down. And it bummed me out because I got a great response to that video, plant medicine video. and people were like, do another one, do another one. They were so into it. And I was like, I can't. YouTube censored Dr. Mercola. He called out Big Pharma. Yeah. Well, they did that to one of the alien guys. He was doing a live stream and they actually turned off his live stream for misinformation. So, yeah, that's what's going on. So Lee Carroll is a guy that channels an entity called Cryon. It's Cryon, right? And back in 12, when a bunch of things sort of turned on for me, oddly enough, psychically, like people, it's funny because I did a whole video, I might have been a stream, but I was saying, you know, I was always psychic, but then in 2012, something hit. And it was weird. I mean, I was getting the batteries out of the TV remote. I was replacing them like every other day. And I was like, it must be psychic. You know, I was connecting it to like a psychic. I think it was, you know, my phone battery would drain. It was crazy. Things were going nuts. I was having mediumship visitations. I'd done that in life, you know, all of this stuff. And I actually found Lee Carroll around that time. Cryon, right? He handles an entity, and you know what? I do feel like it's legit. I do feel like it's legit. Nancy wants to know, was Marilyn Monroe asexual or straight during her life? Totally straight. Absurdly straight. I watched a show about Marilyn recently, and I checked her birth chart at Gemini after watching your show. Yeah, absurdly straight. So there is a drunk arrow on Marilyn, and actually that video, there's a it was a 4-hour drunk arrow. So what you guys are seeing on YouTube is the kind of beginning thing where I tell you about her life. We did the same thing for Charles Manson and the Manson cult, which is going to go up for you guys as well. But there was a 4-hour tarot and mediumship stream on Marilyn, and I will tell you that woman was absurdly straight. Like straight to the point where I'm like, you're so straight. Are you sure you're straight? You know? But yeah, I think Lee Carroll's legit. For the most part, legit. I will say, and even with myself, I think there is interference and weird stuff when you're channeling and you may not know it. You may not know it. I think, like I said, with my wisdom, the wisdom, I know, and I've always said this is why I call it the wisdom. It's either coming from deep inside of me or somewhere outside of me. I don't know. But I know that when the wisdom talks, it's telling the truth. I mean, I know it every cell in my body. I think with Lee Carroll, probably 98% of what is coming out of his mouth is Cryon, and it's legit. It's a legit channel. I feel the same way with the Seth books. But I think we have interference sometimes. Oh, Esther Hicks. Esther Hicks. You know what? I love them, and I love her voice. I like listening to her. So I do have a couple of Esther Hicks books. You know what? I think it's legit. Now, I'm not saying that everything that you're directed to do with that attraction stuff through them is legit. But I think that the gist, the essence, the energy of what they're saying is legit. Because I will tell you this, after I listen to her or I read one of their books, I feel really good. I feel really good. Bashir. Oh, I don't know that one. Or if I do, it's kind of at the edge of my consciousness. Yeah, Lee Carroll has integrity. I agree. Lee Carroll, I remember, I haven't listened to him in years, but when I was listening in 12, it was very much, you know, a variety of subjects. And that soul is a pure soul. Jane Roberts, who channeled Seth, was a pure soul. Every time I read those Seth books too, she's always smoking cigs. I smoke, believe it or not. Believe it or not. I used to be a leather jacket wearing MF and tough bitch. I used to smoke cig, knockback vodka, no chaser. Thank you. I mellowed. I've completely mellowed. But every time in those Seth books, you know, they talk about, and then she had a cigarette, and I'm like, oh God. I mean, it makes me want one, even now, and I haven't smoked in decades. Mm-hmm. Alex Ferrari interviews a lot of channelers. He does a great job. Oh, interesting. Yeah, Norma Jean was straight. I mean, that woman was straight. Ah! This is smoker, no kidding. Oh, does it come out? Oh. Yes, Aliza. So do you guys know the love story of Kirsten and Aliza? It's Seth Speaks, and I think I have the book, but I'm not sure. But it's Seth Speaks, and it's Jane Roberts, and I think it's a series, and it is a channeling. And this woman, she would smoke her cigs, she would channel, and her husband would type it. And some of it's very weird. Like some of the information, Seth would come through and say, oh, move your bed from the east to the west so it faces this way. Oh, and don't sleep all night. You should wake up a couple of times during the night and like get up and do stuff. It's again, I feel like some of it is interference. I think when many of us go out there and channel, it's interference. I think there is some, but for the most part, I think it's mostly legit. But she would every time. And then Jane had a cigarette. It's like the 70s when they were writing these books. Like Jane had smoke, and I'm like, yes, and I should too, but I won't. So how I met Aliza, the origin story. And if you want to know, if you don't know the Linda origin story, I will tell you that too. Let me know if you want to hear it. But this is the Aliza origin story. So Kirsten, 2010, gets into work. The neck injury. Not good. Very bad. Mishandled by the patriarchy. Literally mishandled by the patriarchy. It was all men involved. All men screwed it up. All men ruined everything. It was terrible. And I ended up going for college. And then my mentor, who's a very gifted psychic, who is my cousin, who has since passed away, but she became prominent in my life, and she gave me a deck of tarot cards. I hadn't touched them in probably 10, 15 years, not since high school. She goes, you should read tarot. So this is how I get into this, okay? I'm injured. I'm reading tarot for myself. It's like the only thing I have to do. I'm laying around in pain all day. I spent a whole year in absolute agony, utter agony. I would literally go from bed to the couch, back to the bed. Couldn't do a thing. Couldn't wash my own hair. Couldn't lift my arms. And I couldn't reach out. I couldn't reach up. I mean, I was a mess. And these men kept saying, well, we want to do this. Well, we want to do that. And I would be, this is why I love you, UK, because my sister and I would go on the UK websites and we would look at the herniated discs. Now, what they do in countries is they're like, give it a few years and it'll go away. But what they wanted to do in America was they wanted to give me cortisone shots and send me straight back to work. And it's not, I mean, I was basically a glorified executive secretary. I didn't do anything special. They wanted cortisone shots and send me back to work. They wanted to do nerve ablation and do it every 6 months for the rest of my life. They wanted me on opiates for the rest of my life. I was told I would be on opiates for the rest of my life, that I would never be able to work ever again. I'm getting off on a tangent here. But anyway, my sister and I, she actually came to me and said, so I looked everything up on the English websites, on the UK websites, and this is what you should do. And it was basically nothing. Like, wait a couple of years and you'll be fine. So they wanted me to have surgery. I mean, this is no joke. This is no joke. So I waited for me it was a little longer. It was about 4 years. I didn't let him touch me. I didn't get any of the weird shots. I couldn't get the cortisone. That's the thing. Oh, we want to give you cortisone shots. And I said, well, that goes through the kidney. I'm telling this to the doctor. That goes through the kidney. And I have one kidney, and I cannot take aspirin. I can't take anything that's filtered through the kidney because I only have one, because I'm a donor. And they were like, oh shit, you're right. We can't give you the cortisone shots. It was just incompetence after incompetence. So anyway, I took the UK's advice and I didn't do anything. And I eventually got better. Long story short, started doing the tarot and it sort of snowballed. So I'm doing tarot, but I'm working at a little shop. That's how I found Linda G. and I am getting a bunch of readings. And there's this woman on Facebook who I randomly found who writes the most beautiful blog posts. And one day I say, I'm going to get a reading from this woman. So I get a reading, and I get a reading, I get a reading because she's a good astrologer, and she does tarot, and her blogs are just stunning. This is back in 20 whatever. Oh, look, the troll's back. Take all your hand signals with you. Nobody's falling for it. Or your disarming sob story. We are not stupid. My manipulative bullshit. I'm the idiot. We are the smart. Oh, honey, you're not well. You're not well. Look, there it is. There you go, troll. There you go. There's the troll on Twitch. If anybody's on Twitch, you can go get him. There you go. There's your spotlight, baby. Welcome. Welcome to the world. Must feel good to have that kind of mention on, huh? Must feel really good. Yeah. No, it's got to feel good. Hey, we just want to make you happy, baby. We just want to make you happy. So, eventually, I'm going to New York to visit my cousin, and I contact this reader who's done maybe about 3 or 4 readings for me, and she's like, come to the house. And my cousin's like, she could murder us. Sorry, Eliza, but my cousin was like, she could be a killer. She could be murdering us. And we ended up going to the house. She did epic readings. Eliza predicted my cousin's current husband. I don't know if you remember this. My cousin's current husband. She kept saying, it's a D name. It's a prominent D name. It's a prominent D name. At the time, she was dating this guy named David, and we were like, it must be David. But no, Eliza was like, no. It's somebody else. It's like, this is huge. Like, this is a big deal. Like, I think you even said you're going to marry this guy. Yeah, you got his name. And she's married to him. I mean, they have kids. She's got a baby. So it's pretty effing brilliant. Oh, Kara is on it. So we ended up, the 3 of us ended up hanging out of Eliza's window kitchen, like smoking cigs and bullshitting for hella long. And that's how I ended up on Staten Island, which reminded me of Vallejo, California. Like, we landed on the island, and I was like, it's Vallejo. And that's how I met Eliza. That's how we came together. Yeah. You threw your ex out of the apartment. She was like, we came, and honestly, like, we came upstairs, and it was very like, where are we? You know what I mean? It was kind of like, what are we doing here? Like, Jillian's looking at me like, are you out of your mind? Are you out of your mind? Like, we're going to this woman's house. You're in New York for 4 days, and you're taking a full day to go to Staten Island to go to see a reader. But at the same time, Jillian's up for anything. So she was like, yep, let's go for it. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So, what else do we want to talk about? What else do we need? What else do we need? Let's see, what's that here? No, I don't want that. I didn't want that. I didn't want that. No, don't want that either. Nope, I don't want any of that. Oh, Michael Oher, The Blind Side. The Blind Side. You know what? This guy's lawsuit is legit. Thank you. Carter and Conklin, you're looking so much better. I haven't seen you for a bit. Thank you so much. Brenhan says, I miss these live sessions. Yes, it's lovely. Thank you. Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate it. So if you don't know, the movie The Blind Side, right? Sandra Bullock. So this family, the Toohey family, takes in a high school student, African-American, who is struggling, poor. They have a big fancy family. Of Course in Miracles I'm meh on, to be honest. I like it. I like to read it, but at the same time, I'm like, for me, I think I just don't understand it enough. I think I don't understand it enough. I think it's like, it's there, it's beautiful, it's wonderful, and I feel like there's more there. I just haven't uncovered the layers, but I think it's legit. So they take this kid who happens to be really good at football, and they adopt it more or less. They bring in the family. They're like, you live here, blah, 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 blah. And down the road, he ends up becoming a mean place for the NFL. Yeah, I liked the movie too. I like the movie too. I'm big in the movie. So he ends up playing for the NFL. Now he's come out and said, okay, they didn't adopt me. They put me in a conservatorship, a la Britney Spears, and they siphoned millions of dollars from me and they lied to me. So he is suing them. Now, a lot of people say this guy is suspect because, he's retired, he's not making any money, and, he just wants money from them. But with the Tuohy family, so I follow Molly McPherson on the Clock app, and she's really good. She's a PR lady. You should follow her. She's really good. But keep talking, honey, because that just puts up my engagement on Twitch. Keep talking. Keep talking. Keep talking. I like it. I'm into it. Keep talking shit. Oh, God. This poor troll needs so much love. This poor 12-year-old troll. This poor baby. So anyway, the way that the Tuohys are coming out, it's very bullying. The statements that their lawyer is making, it comes out as a bullying thing. And Molly McPherson does a great breakdown of it. I think there is merit to what Michael Oher is stating. I think there is merit. Yes, absolutely. I agree completely. I think, it's funny though, because when I look at it, the Tuohys, what they're giving me is like, no, we did right by him. We did right by him. And then when I look at him, he's like, no, they really didn't. And I feel like they really didn't, but they don't know that they didn't. Don't know that they didn't. The fact that it was under conservatorship says a lot. Yeah, absolutely. Completely. Yeah, 110%. I completely agree with that. So wait, are you guys able to see? Oh, you are able to see the Twitch. Okay, chat. Yeah. You're like, read the troll. Oh my goodness. Y'all, that is not worth my time, to be quite frank. But it's also somebody I think that just wants a little attention. It just wants a little. YouTube can't see it. Really? Well, that's weird. So I'm doing this through StreamYard. I'm very curious. I'm doing this through StreamYard. So YouTube can't see what the Twitch people are saying. So you all can't see Cara and the troll fighting right now. I've been watching it. Who's the boss? Oh my God. Oh, how crazy. Oh my God, really? How interesting. So you guys can't see any of this stuff. Weird. I wonder why StreamYard does it that way. You would think if they're letting people, oh wait, this is a good one. No, she wants to make out she is special when she's just another nobody pretending she has special insight. Oh, that's sweet. Yeah, we're gonna ignore the troll. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I wasn't given enough information here. Let's just see. I think I have to like log into my account and everything. Let's take a peek here. Oh. This is not helpful. There we go. Yes, that's what I want. Well, let me do it. Oh, there we go. Yay! Uh-oh. It clicked on somebody else. Oh no, I accidentally banned the wrong person. That's Mercury retrograde in action. Good Lord. It's not letting me ban them. Oh my God. Footprint Tarot, I'm so sorry. You've been banned, but that was an accident. It's letting me do it. I'm trying to ban this idiot because I'm like over it. And it won't let me do it. I have the option to do it. This is Mercury retrograde in action. Oh my God. It's not letting me do it. Tries to ban me. Oh, honey, you misspelled eyes. The streamer tries to ban me for telling the truth. Nobody's trying to debate you. Like, just irritating. How crazy. Oh my God. How do I get Footprint Tarot back? Jesus Christ. Go start your own channel, you fucking moron. Why are you trying to jump on somebody else's? Go start your own shit. Tell the truth from your own platform. Footprint Tarot, I don't know how to get you back. I have to go to my Google account? Jesus Christ. This is ridiculous. This is fucking ridiculous. Oi! What's this? Oh, now I'm a drunk fool. No, the ban thing is not showing up on StreamYard, you fucking moron. It's not me, it's StreamYard. I think there's a way to find everyone I've blocked and unblocked them. Oh my God, this is ridiculous. Wow, what a troll. That's crazy. All destinations. This is crazy town. It's funny. Don't drink the Kool-Aid is like Jesus Christ, Kirsten. So irritating. Now I gotta find Footprint Tarot. I don't know why it did that. It jumped too fast and I couldn't unblock. Fucking Mercury retrograde. You know, I'm gonna use this as a teachable moment. Trolls, I'll give you an auntie thing here. Trolls always tell on themselves. It's like they don't know it. When a troll jumps in any chat, and somebody was saying yesterday, now I found this out, somebody was saying yesterday that I guess a troll went really hard on me on Sienna Rose's channel, went super fucking hard on me. They always reveal their issues by projecting it onto somebody else, and they don't know that they've done it. And that to me is one of the saddest things, because what you've done is you have all these vulnerabilities that you're trying to get rid of. You know, you have all these vulnerabilities you don't want to show people. You have all this stuff you're trying to protect. And what you end up doing is you go on a public platform and you expose yourself. You're doing the exact opposite of what you were trying to do in the first place. You know, you're trying to protect yourself. You're trying to stay safe. You're trying to yourself feel superior. And what happens is you go in a public forum and you actually expose yourself. You actually expose the vulnerability. You actually expose the pieces that you don't want shown. You know, it's really okay, puppy. It's really telling, I think. I think it's really telling. I think that I can't help but feel sorry for these people, because what they're trying to do is make themselves feel better. What they're trying to do is get some sense of superiority, right? What they're trying to do is be seen, be noticed. And what they end up doing is get negative attention, but they're also exposing every little piece of the things they think they're hiding. It's the stuff they want anybody to see. And what they do is they jump into a world arena and they expose it. You know, it's sad. It's really sad. I mean, it's pathetic. And for me also, I have to say that somebody that can only, welcome to my Jerry Springer moment. Welcome to my Jerry Springer moment. Somebody that can only make themselves feel better by trying to put somebody else down, it's sad. It's pathetic. You know what I mean? It's such a low level of existence. Sad. It's really sad. So what else do we got? What else are we looking at? I think Michael Oher is in the right. I think Michael Oher is in the right. We got drama. Y'all, we got drama today. We got drama today. We got drama today. Yes. Who else are we looking at? Hurt people, hurt people. Exactly. I mean, it's just, you know, it's just sad. It's just, you know, these are the types of people. I mean, this is like Republican shit. People that can't live and let live, you know? Oh, Melania. Yes, I love it. Melania. No, I'm telling y'all, she's giving me like, she's like, no, I'm back here. Nope, I'm back here. I'm not looking at it. I'm not touching it. I'm back here. I'm back here. She doesn't want to deal with Trump. She doesn't want to deal with this shit. I think she contemplates divorce to the point where it's like, should I, shouldn't I, should I, shouldn't I? She's getting something on the side. I can tell you that much right now. Like, lady is not wanting for company. She is 100% not wanting for company. But she is definitely doesn't want to touch anything Trump related with a 10-foot pole. She's so done. She's so done. You said at the same time. Yeah, she doesn't. Oh, Footprint Tarot's back. Thank you, Sharon. Sharon, you're the best. I hear Tell 45 wants to drag Barron out in front, and she says, heck no. I believe that. I believe that. Who wins the election? You know, I think Biden wins, but I don't know how long we're gonna have him. She's gonna come to his surrender, right? She wasn't wearing the little blue outfit, like, yes, I'm here, my husband, I'm protecting you, I'm with you. No, she doesn't want to touch it. Not gonna touch with the 10-foot pole. She should divorce him while he still has $1. I wonder. I mean, he has money, right? Like, has money. Trump's mugshot. I liked Trump's mugshot. Like, this is so weird. This is very weird, but at the moment, let me put it this way. At the moment, I don't feel that Trump is a threat to myself or life in general at the moment. So I'm able to look at him with a little bit more of I don't want to say objective, but like I said before, I'd have a drink with the guy to see what he'd say. He wouldn't pay for the drinks, but I'd have a drink with him just to see what he'd say. I like the mugshot. He looked so grumpy. Like, if you're getting a mugshot, you know what I mean? Like, one of the ladies was smiling. I don't know if it was Sidney Powell because I don't know what she looks like. But one of the ladies was smiling, and it was like, oh, no, you should have done like a mean mug. Like, you should have done like the Snoop Dogg mugshot. Now, I liked Trump's mugshot. He looked so pissy. I was obsessed. Yes, no, I am 100% obsessed with the mugshot. I want to give props to Donald Trump for his mugshot. I want to have like a moment of silence for that mugshot. Like, he's giving face. Trump is serving face in that mugshot, and you cannot deny that. You cannot deny that. He is 100% serving face. And I'm here for it. Yeah, I'm here for it. He looks so pissy. He's making his lips, like he's making a little lip thing. Like, he looks so pissy. He said he had plenty of gold. And what color was Ivanka's? Hold on, come back. Where'd you go? Ivana's casket, 10 men had to carry it. Really? Yeah. Mugshot is iconic. It is 100% iconic. I agree. He needed green hair tint for that ferret on his head. What happened to mugshots up against measurement? I completely agree. I listen, I'm obsessed with the mugshots. I liked Rudy's also, but out of the whole group, I mean, if anybody is just serving looks, it's fucking Donald Trump. That guy was serving looks. He practiced for his mugshot. I would. Honestly, can I be fair? If I was going to go get a mugshot and the whole world was going to see it, I would practice. Yeah, Rudy's nuts. Trading cards are at best. I mean, he had to have been so upset going to that, like, but you know what? Part of him loves it. That's the Gemini in Trump. Part of him loves it. Part of him was like, I can't believe they're doing this to me. And the other half was like, I will serve face at my mugshot. He's got a little Betty Davis to him. Let's not lie. Like, Trump has a little bit of Betty Davis to his ass. And that is real. He's got some, fasten your seatbelts. Like, he's got it. He's 100% got it. Hascape said, look like the demon from Ghostbusters 2. The meme is hilarious. Yeah, I think he liked the attention. I think this is a person, I mean, this is trolls. This is kind of a troll persona. He really wants people to see him. Oh, he practiced it in the mirror. Of course he did. He really? He sold Mar-a-Lago to Trump Jr.? No kidding. Self-reported his height and weight, said he was 6'3". That man is not 6'3". And weighed 215 pounds. No. That's like my uncle. My uncle self-reported, this was a long time ago, I was a kid, but he has since passed. But he self-reported his height at 6'2". And my aunt was like, no, you were never 6'2". And he goes, oh, that was before you knew me. Swear to God, my uncle was the best bullshitter alive. My family used to play Trivial Pursuit. At Christmas, they would all play Trivial Pursuit. They found him. He had hidden the box with the questions and answers behind the toilet. And he was going in there periodically through Christmas night. memorizing everything so he would win Trivial Pursuit. I mean, this is like, Trump is Uncle Normaning the world. Period. So he really sold it to, really. So he must think they're cut. See, I told you. One sec. I told you they were coming for his money. They're coming for his money. He would not be, this man would not be moving assets. They were not coming for the money. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Poor Cara. Cara, God bless you. God bless you. You really went to the mat. Who's Pickle Me Tuesday? I don't know, but you guys are cracking me up. You guys are killing me right now. You guys are killing me right now. I'm telling you, if this guy's moving assets, that's because he's worried they're all going to get taken. Flat the fuck out. They're coming for the money. They are coming for the money. Trump is not 6'3". There is no way in hell that man is 6'3". Otto from Black Orange Tarot said he was trying to look like Winston Churchill. He probably was. He was probably looking at Winston on his phone like, Winston, me, Winston, me, Winston, me. Like, I have no doubt. I have absolutely no doubt. Yeah, I would say he's probably, what, 5'10", 6 foot. There's no way that man is 6'3". Is he wearing lifts in his shoes? Like, what's going on there? Seriously, what's going on there? Honestly. Definitely check out the indictment video if you haven't already, because I'm telling you, Georgia is gonna, what did I say in the video? I said something like okay. Yes, I love you. Thank you, baby. Thank you. You're very sweet. Thank you. The devil went down to Georgia and it didn't like Trump, basically, more or less. Baby. King dog. That lives there. You can't bark at him. He's belligerent, like, oh, all right, I won't bark at him, but I want to. Yeah, Georgia's gonna get him. I'm telling you this. Georgia's gonna get Trump. Period. Photocast said, see that he wears lifts when he sits being interviewed. Sideways, his heel is out of the shoe. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. He's going to go down. I'm just taking the guy down. Now, what's going to be interesting, so looking, again, this is in the indictments video, but for those of you who are not at thirdeye.com, the 2024 election is effing weird. It's effing weird. There's weird stuff coming through. I think we're going to get Biden. I really feel every time I put cards, it's like Biden wins. I don't even want to say, I'm not confident Biden sticking around. The poor guy, I mean, Biden, the guy's no angel. I mean, it's Tara Reid notwithstanding, but he's fine. He's whatever. He's what he is. But when I look at the poor man's life, he's a Scorpio, by the way. He had the wife, I think the first wife, right, also died in a car accident. And then the son dies, or the daughter, can't remember. But I know one of his kids died. And the non-embarrassment son, sorry, Hunter, but the non-embarrassment son dies of cancer. And now he's got these issues with Hunter. You know what I mean? I mean, like, fuck. This guy's 125 years old. How much stress can he take? He's already the president. Did you see what happened to Obama after he was president? He was fully gray. He was fully gray. He looked like Steve Martin. He was the black Steve Martin. I mean, it was just, he went, it was fine. He came out and he was the black Steve Martin. Period. Like, what is going to buy? He's already president. He's 125. And then he's got this dud kid. I'm sorry, but Hunter's a dud. I'm sorry. I know you guys prefer it when I pick team. I pick the Democrat team, but I can't pick teams. I go by individuals. I don't go into that. I'm this and you're that kind of thing. Hunter's a dud. It's horrible, but it's true. Right. Okay. 2-month-old. Thank you, Patricia. The wife and the 13-month-old daughter passed. Beau Biden passed several years ago at the age of 46 of cancer. Right. He's been through so much. He's definitely a hot dud. I agree with that. Like the fact that Marjorie Taylor Greene took the poster, the naked poster. The woman had a naked. Now, see, I can't say this on YouTube. This is why you need to find me uncensored and ad-free. Because you know there was some things happening. She had her rabbit. She had her rabbit out when she made that poster. Okay, she was like, "Poster, rabbit, let's go." And it was like a the king. Like, hey, enough, stop. That's that little boy's girlfriend. Dude, I am completely Miss Benita. I am so Miss Benita. So the little boy across the street, who's not little anymore, who's like 19, graduated, but I haven't seen the girlfriend in quite some time, and she is at the front door. So they must have had a fight, and now she is back. But honestly, I don't know how long we can keep Biden. Like straight up. I don't know how we can keep, I really don't. He's been through too much. He's so effing old. The presidency ages you. Like, I really don't know. I think he's going to win, but I think Trump is going to be the Republican nominee, and I think it's going to be close. And if you watch that indictment video, you can see Trump trying to steal the election again. You can see it. Hunter and Beau were in the same accident. No kidding, not that. Dude, this dog is like super. Friend Hen says I need some milk bones on hand. He's so sensitive. He'll be in a dead sleep and he hears the smallest noise and he's like, "Oh my God, let's go." I think the Biden feels guilty for how they go after Hunter. You know, I mean, Hunter, I think Kamala might take over. I'm not opposed. Like psychically, it feels like a very real, large possibility. Yeah, it feels like a very real, large possibility, straight up. I want to keep reading on it, but if you are on the site and see the indictment video, then you kind of know. But if you don't, I will include in. I didn't. How am I going to put this? I'm like into triple double negatives here. It's not out of the realm of possibility that Trump could win, okay? And not win legitimately, but take it. Take it. Back in 2016, I wasn't reading in public, right? I wasn't doing any of this in public. But I had private clients come to me like, "Can you read on Hillary? Like, I'm so worried, is she going to win?" And every time I threw the cards, she won. Eliza threw the cards. It was weird. I remember this. Eliza threw the cards, and it was like one time she saw Trump, and she was like, "Oh shit, it's going to be Trump." And then like 2 other times, she was like, "Oh no, wait, it's Hillary." Like I remember this clear as a bell that Eliza saw it. But then there was another, at least 1 or 2 more times when she threw, and she was like, "Wait, no, it's not going to be." Linda G saw Hillary. I saw Hillary, but we were not asking the right question. Our question was, who's going to win? And Hillary won. And so my God, just because you hear other dogs bark does not mean you need to bark. Come here. See, I'd say hair trigger. He's on a hair trigger. So asking about who's going to win the 2024 election, I see Biden, okay? Every time I see Biden, I see Biden, I see Biden. So in this indictment reading, in this video, if you watch it, I know a lot of you have, I look at it and I ask another question and I say, okay, Biden wins, but who's president? And it kind of gives me this weird sort of, who knows? So then I ask, is Trump going to try to steal the 20, which is weird to me because he wasn't able to steal 2022, although he tried. But I ask, is Trump, going to steal 2024? And cards are not great. They're showing me that sneaky card, 7 of Wands, nope, 7 of Swords. They're showing me 5 of Swords. They're showing me these sneaky cards. So I don't, and I'm not fear-mongering here. This is very real to me. I don't feel that we are out of the realm of possibility of Donald stealing 2020. Well, see, I thought that. Rofix is saying, so the question should be who will be the president. Well, see, I thought that, but then I thought possibly, according to the cards, the universe, what have you, they'd be like, well, the president is Joe, but he's not there. You know what I mean? Oh, well, the president is Joe. So I think the best way to ask it is, is Trump will he be successful at stealing 2024? It's not out, telling this, it's really not out of the realm of possibility. And again, I'm not saying that to fearmonger. It's truly coming up in my cards. And the energy of the card swings back and forth. So this is the way I read. You know what I mean? Other readers might read differently. But, the way I read, I do best with a very specific question. Oh, that's a good one. Cheryl says, who takes the office? That's a good one. Who is sworn in? Those are good, Melly. Yep, those are good. Shiv says, I believe cheating will occur, but it will be a narrow win for Biden and not the orange turn. Whatever said, the Republicans are actually planning another power coup. I believe it. And I said this yesterday. So yesterday we had a member and patron only stream. And I said, listen, you're going to get a national A-word ban. A-word. If you don't know what the A-word is, please ask in the chat because someone will very helpfully tell you. But again, I'm being very clean to, I'm afraid that might be a AI word. So it's coming. The minute you get a Republican president, they are going to implement that. And that's not, believe me, I say this because I said it yesterday, but I'm going to say it again. I understand how politics work, and I understand that the president can't say, oh, all A's are banned. They can't. However, I believe this is a timing aspect. So when I say the minute you get a Republican president, the word is nationally gone. It's a timing thing. It's not because that president is going to make these crazy power moves that they can't really make. That makes any sense. I love that Nancy spelled it out. Nancy spelled it out. I love that. Yeah. I don't want to fearmonger. I'm not trying to scare people, but for me, what comes through in the cards is very real. It's legit. DeSantis won't be the Republican nominee this time. So I read on DeSantis yesterday in the members stream. And the guy has more legs, traction, than I would like to admit. So you may not see DeSantis in 24, but you might see him in 28. So that reader may not be wrong. It may be timing. Because I looked at that guy yesterday. We looked at the debate yesterday. And like I said, Chris Christie came out pretty good. You watch the video again, membership, $11. 2 Starbuckses. 2 Starbuckses, as Lisa puts it. You can watch that. But basically, Chris Christie's cards were really nice. He has nice cards. However, DeSantis doesn't have it in 24. It's not there. The cards aren't there. But he could have a 28. How old is he? I don't know. I mean, Jesus Christ. We're electing mummies at this point, so it doesn't really matter like how old he is. You know, Ron DeSantis, the 35-year-old president of the United States was, I can't do math, so I'm sure it's, far in the future. But beware of this guy, because I don't think we've seen the last of him. It's not just, don't look just at 24, because I think this guy has more traction than we'd like. Nancy says, don't vote for Republicans. They will incite Handmaid's Tale scenarios. Yeah, that's true. Completely true. Completely true. So don't count this guy out. Just because he may not be a threat in 24, I think you're going to see him down the road. Graduated in 97. Okay. Yeah, he's got time. This guy's got room. He's going to be like 70 years old. We're going to have flying cars, and Ron DeSantis is going to be president. Not even going to say it on YouTube because I can't. Watch on T, uncensored and ad-free at thirdEyeChampagne.com. When will the book bans? We're in a period. I will tell you this. This is a very gnarly period, and I think the more astrologer, but I am a hobbyist. I think the further we get Pluto in Aquarius, the more we're going to kind of move away from this kind of rigid stuff. I think we're going to get into more, I want to say altruistic, but we're going to get into stuff that's more, how do I want to put it? For the greater good. For the greater good. We're going to get things that are moving more progressively once Pluto is really fully well established in Aquarius. Celtic Seer says DeSantis won't make it to president. Something else is out there for him. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he does. I wouldn't. He's got legs. He's got room. There's stuff moving on him. Are we the last of the patriarchy? Anna wants to know. Yes. Bruiser says, love seeing your vlogs on T. Love seeing you in the world and out with the king. Oh, really? Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you for saying that. Florida wants the books on APAA study turned to the state. Yeah, Florida's on one right now. And you know what? I love Florida. I was there last year, and I wasn't long. I was there for a day and a half, but it is so beautiful, and the people are so kind and so sweet. And yet, every place I went to had a framed picture of Donald Trump in the in the room. Every public establishment I went to was like, and here's our framed picture of Donald Trump. Like, ooh, y'all, it was crazy. Lady Lo-Fi, I'm worried that a nice-seeming Republican like Reagan will hoodwink people again and destroy the country with a smile. I mean, Reagan did so much damage. The homelessness issue we're seeing in especially California, but Oregon, Austin, Texas, a lot of places, it's a direct result of Reagan's policies. And people, for some reason, like they don't connect it. Like Reagan came in, he closed all of the state hospitals. He closed everything. You know, I especially, I know friends I have in New York talk about, you know, there's crazy people on the street. Like it's not, like they don't feel safe. I no longer feel safe walking around San Francisco. I was in Austin a couple of years ago. This is crazy. I was in Austin, and the guy at the hotel, we were staying at the Driscoll, the guy at the hotel said, you know, don't go near the homeless encampment. You know, you're fine to walk around, but don't go near there. Well, duh. So he's barking at nothing. He's barking at nothing. Hey, kid. Sorry to be so shrill. Anyway, Siri takes me to this restaurant. We're walking, and all of a sudden, I'm with the child. Okay, I'm with the child. We're walking, and all of a sudden, bam, we turn a corner, and it's like, whoa, it's like apocalyptic. And this guy, this is wacky, speaking of homelessness, he's on a bullhorn, and he's literally on a soapbox. Legitimately, this man went and found himself a soapbox. He's on it, he's on the bullhorn, and he's screaming. The minute my nephew and I turn the corner, he's screaming about the white devil. And I was like, I turned, my nephew's young, and I turned to him and I go, that's us. We have to walk faster. And so we're walking through this. I mean, it's like at least 2 city blocks. It's like 2 city blocks at least. And this guy is screaming about the white devil and the this and the that. And he's just going off. And I'm just, you know, I don't want to scare the kid, but I'm going, we have to walk faster. We have to walk faster. We have to walk faster. That's all directly from Reagan. It's all completely directly from Reagan. The same with Thatcher. Ascape is saying she destroyed and sold off state assets, and the UK is now suffering for it. Yeah, she was behind care in the community. She shut down mental hospitals. Yep, exactly. The same deal. It's the same deal. Reaganism and Thatcherism are like, they're in bed together. I mean, it's the same deal. You know what? Oh my God, he's eating something. Hey, I'm almost done work. Oh my God. Oh my God. Don't you move. I can't believe you just did that. Are you crazy? I'm almost done working. Can you handle it for like 10 more minutes? He just ripped the screen out of the door. He just ripped the screen out of the door. Will Republicans ever get on board with climate change? No. Did you see that debate? Did you see that debate? They were like, climate change, either A, it's not real, or B, it's real, but oh well. No. I mean, here's the weird thing. Looking at ideology, I mean, you look at, we're very much polarized in the US right now. That's by design. Just so you know, it's by design. So when you like picking a side, when people want me to pick a side, that's by design. That's all by design. They are playing us, and that's not. I'm not being paranoid. I'm not being drunk. I mean, legitimately, it's by design. So you have to look. Oh my God, who's this guy? What's he doing? Nosy auntie. You have to look at what's really happening. You know what I mean? What's really going on? I mean, the fact that, like, there, you know, these hurricanes, there's a hurricane in Southern California, and they're like, it's normal. There's something called fire season now, which we never used to have, and they're like, that's normal. It's not. They don't want us looking at that stuff. This is legit. Again, not paranoid. They don't want us to look at that stuff because they want us to play the race. They want us to play, I hate Donald Trump. Well, I hate Hunter Biden. Like, I hate Joe Biden. Where's Joe Biden's mugshot? I love Trump. You know, it's just, it's not my mom telling me off yet. Look at. It's almost 7 o'clock. You should say goodbye. I'm enjoying so much, but I don't want you to get overtired. I know, Mommy. I'm getting off in 10 minutes. You gotta love Mom. Housing issues get better in the UK? Not for a while. Will Labour actually invest in social affordable housing? You've got about 10 years of either stonewalling or just crap. Like either nothing's moving, or it's moving, but it's moving very slowly, or they're giving you crumbs and they're not, you know, giving you everything that you need. You've got time. You got about 10 years. Issue health disparity, you know, and our government reps being bought and controlled by corporations. I completely agree with that. Yeah, we're in trouble. We, you know, honestly, I mean, I don't know that Obama was a shill. I don't want to go as far as to say he was a shill. But for the most part, I think, I'm looking at this psychically. Hold on. Jimmy Carter was probably the last president that wasn't super working for corporations on the psychically. I mean, other presidents, sorry to say it, but JFK had some agendas on. But other presidents had other agendas. But I think Carter was the last one who was, Carter was the last one that wasn't really working for, he was the last person working for American people. And even then, he was kind of online. Even he wasn't like, yeah, I'm here for the people. He still had the corporate interests at heart. Guides are saying Eisenhower of all people, they're saying Eisenhower was the last one. That's what they're telling me. They're like, you want somebody that was pure, all right, people, America, let's do it. They're saying Eisenhower. That's what the guides are giving me. I love that Mom's lurking in the chat somewhere, guys. Greece is on fire. Last summer, south of France is on fire. I know, it's worldwide, and it's like they don't want to admit it. They're trying to normalize it. You know, the thing with Maui, I mean, it's like 800 people are dead. Shen said, I want to say that your prediction about viral is coming to fruition. Sadly, I just saw Kentucky. Yeah. Speaking of Carter, any update on his current condition? Carter is having an easy transition. Long, protracted transition, easy transition. Not that much time left. Did I ever do JFK? I think I did one. I did Camelot. So I did do a Drunk Tarot. It was Camelot. It was JFK. It was Jackie. That is on thirdEyeChampagne.com. I think there's a little bit of it here on YouTube. And all fiddling like Nero. Yeah. Sharon said, get rid of Citizens United and reform campaign with cops. Yeah. Yeah. We're waiting it out. I mean, it's going to be a while. Honestly, when I see things truly progressing, see, there's something in the damn kitchen. Did you guys hear that? Did you guys hear any, like, did you hear that? Let me know in the chat, please. We're not going to get real progressive movement in America until the 2030s. And then it seemed to come in. Whoa, this is a download. Hold on. And you know what? I'm going to enjoy that last little swallow of champagne without working. So we're just going to chat. But 2030s, there's a lot of progression that comes in, a lot. And there's a lot of technological advances that come in, a ton. I know people are working on flying cars. I think it's going to be a thing. I really think it's going to be a thing. But 2030 comes in, particularly in the US, you're going to get some progressive movement. You may even get a reversal of the A word situation. There's going to be AOC or an AOC like figure may come into play there in like mid 2030s, but 2030s, particularly from 35 up, is going to be a very big deal in the US, very big deal. I think globally it sort of spreads out. We shift, there's a shift. It's more open, it's more open-minded. There's more things going on. There's some kind of a universal togetherness kind of a thing. Oh, okay, what I'm getting spiritually also, sorry, I'm talking really fast, but it's coming in. That the C word, that thing that happened in 2020 that I can no longer talk about, that was supposed to unite us. Oh my God, that was supposed to unite us. Didn't, and it didn't. So there's something that comes in the 2030s that's like, can y'all rally around this? Can y'all get around this? And I'm not saying that God or spirits, the C word, to unite us. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that was an opportunity for us to unite globally, and we pissed on it, is what I'm saying. So 2030, what comes in is another opportunity, not necessarily a bad thing, okay? So not necessarily a P word, not necessarily something gnarly, but something comes in where we can all like, okay, we should all come together, right? Come on, people now, right? Shine on your brother. Like it's coming. And then I don't know if we're going to take it, but it's there. I will tell you, mid 2030s to late 2030s feels damn good to me. Damn good to me. Damn good to me. So there's a lot of progressive movement. We're going to see that in the US, particularly with labor. I feel like people gotten fed up. I feel like at that point, people are going, you know what, F you CEOs, we're not going to let you make, 100 or 1,000, I should say, 1,000 times what your employees make. We're not going to do it anymore. There's some kind of regulation that comes in. There's some kind of quote unquote New Deal that comes in at this point as well, but it's hard to get past. I am in the ether right now, but this is information. This is legit. Climate change is going to get a million times worse. Like, you think this is bad, this is just the beginning. We're in for it. But it does start to spur people into action. So it sort of feels like grassroots, and it builds its way up. Again, I've seen this before, I'm seeing it again. You're going to see a resurgence of indigenous voices, indigenous land owning. There's something that comes back to indigenous people. So there's something that comes back to, there's some kind of a prophecy that is fulfilled. There's something that comes back to these people. There's power that returns to these people, and that's global. I'm speaking globally now. What else can you show me? Tell me. This is a huge download. Huge download. They're telling me that by 2030, again, we see genetic advances, technological advances, advances in healthcare, many, many breakthroughs coming in. It's all happening. So as Pluto goes further into Aquarius, this is all going to be happening for us. This is, again, global. They're also saying that that word that I can't mention about that thing that happened in 2020, they're saying that that's going to be mitigated quite a bit. Quite a bit. They're also saying to keep away from dark timelines. Don't mess with dark timelines. Get out of there. You know, essentially, honestly, they're saying anything that you're told that's negative, whether it's coming out of my mouth or somebody else's or your own or whatever, they're saying like turn away from that, turn away from that. We are absolutely co-creating in our reality, and the co-creation is really setting the future, particularly now. This is interesting, particularly now through 2030s. So whatever you're thinking of now, whatever you're like, we're going to go this way, we're going to go that way, it's like that's going to manifest itself globally into fruition in the mid to late 2030s. They're also telling me it's a beautiful decade for art. The 2030s, especially 2035 to 2040, beautiful for art, beautiful for music, film, painting, sculpture, what have you. It's beautiful for art. They're also telling me that, this is a huge download, content creation is going to be shifting. The way people create is going to be shifting. There's going to be other platforms, newer platforms, that this sort of stranglehold that these quote unquote evil magicians, that they're calling them, that is going to be dissipating. There's going to be other stuff. There's going to be things that are coming in with a more matriarchal view, that right now we are in the grips, social media wise, of the patriarchy, that we are stifled social media wise by the patriarchy, and that is going to be shifting quite a bit to something that is a little bit more, no, not a little bit, a lot more soft, easier, more of a matriarchy. They're also talking about children being born. They're talking about children being born in this time period again. They're talking about these like pure souls, pure children being born, beautiful, beautiful children being born. There's something about these kids, they're pure. They're not going to have the problems their ancestors had. I don't know what that means, but these kids are coming out beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Also, there's something about the continent of Africa. It's going to end up, and I don't know if this is that time period again, the 2030s or what, but they find something there that's worth money. There's money there. I don't know, it's oil, diamonds. I mean, they're already doing diamonds out there, obviously, but there's something there where they're telling me, okay, so maybe this is symbolic, I don't know, but they're saying it's a rich continent. They're like, look towards Africa. I've seen this before. I have seen this before years ago. A lot of you oldies will remember this, but they're saying, look towards Africa, look towards Africa. There's something there. There's something there. They're also talking about a great purge. They're talking about a great purge. This purge is coming out of, again, they're talking about the Canadian, particularly the Canadian South, particularly the American South. They're talking about a giant purge. I'm assuming this is geographical. I don't know, but they're saying it's collective. It's collective shame. It's collective repression. It's collective racism. They're talking about a giant purge coming out of those areas. They're likening it to the civil rights era of the 60s in the South. It's not going to be necessarily that violent or that difficult, but they're saying that is coming in. They're also saying to be very wary of people that want to colonize space or drill in space or dig in space. What they're saying to me is they don't have our best interests at heart. They're not looking at the big picture, looking at short-term goals. They're looking at short-term money. They're looking at all this SpaceX shit. They're like, that's short-term, that's short. They're not looking long-term. They're not thinking ahead, and it's to their folly. And that is a quote from the wisdom. It's to their folly. I'm sorry, it's coming through really fast. I'm giving you the best I can. I'm off planet right now. I'm giving it to you the best I can. They're also saying that there is a very slim possibility of, what's sign language for W? Okay, we'll just try W, please. There's a possibility there. I'm probably going to get banned for that from YouTube. Jesus Christ, Kirsten, that's not very small. They're saying there's a possibility, but that it's going to bypass us, and that it is actually enveloped. It's a fight between China and somebody else, and it's not us. China's like, oh, really? F you. It might be China and India, but this could be Again, very far out. I don't think I'm still in the realm of the 2030s. Is there anything else for these people? What can you tell me? They're also telling me, okay, they want everybody to know also that this around this time period, so getting into September, that's really when the dimensions start to thin. They're saying it's because of the way that this physical dimension moves. So it's the thinning of the veil is a real thing, and the reason it happens is because this physical dimension, first of all, it's on a tilt, so it doesn't spin straight. The dimension itself is spinning, okay, not the earth, but the dimension itself is moving. The dimension that we are in, the 3D dimension, is spinning, it's moving, and what they're saying is it's on tilt. And because of that, when it tilts and it hits this certain point that it spins at, it allows these other dimensions, the other side, quote unquote, to come through. And they're saying that it actually starts right around the end of August, and it actually ends around mid-November, kind of around my birthday, around the middle, literally the middle. And they are saying that this is a very good time to put in an ancestral practice. Is there anything else? Yes, this is really weird, but this is what they're giving me. They're telling me also that our animal companions, I have something to say about this, but they're saying our animal companions are literally sent to us by God, and they should be worshipped and respected as the God, as a part of God, and that we call them to us. They're saying this, we call them to us, that who you end up with animal-wise is who you're supposed to end up with. Like, you're calling them to you, you're bringing them to you, that is an energy match you are supposed to be with. And they are literally a piece of God sent by God. We're all a piece of God, but they're much, much, much closer to that consciousness than we are. That they're telling me also that there's a deliberate barrier between our consciousness and the infinite consciousness. They're calling it the infinite consciousness. So that's what they're calling it, infinite consciousness. And they're saying there's a deliberate barrier when you're in this particular dimension in the 3D, because you can't do both. They're saying it just doesn't make for a good experience, is what they're saying. It doesn't make for a good experience. Connie says she doesn't have pets, but the guides are saying that's fine, because these animals follow you around in spirit form too. They're all around us. They're all around us. They're all around us. Is there anything else you can give me? Yes, they are asking people to pull back from the microcosm of local politics, and that's US, UK, all around the world. They're kind of like, pull back. The way they're saying politics isn't the healthiest energy. Oh, wow. They're saying it's just like prawn corn. Somebody wants to put that in the chat, because I don't think I can say that word. But they're saying that that's on the same level of energy. Yes, wildlife too. Kristen's asking wildlife too, yes. So don't get too immersed in it. Don't get too immersed in it. If you don't know what those words mean, if you don't know what I'm trying to say there, thank you, Sharon. The goat, Sharon, ask in the chat, because somebody will tell you what it means. But they're saying that it's a similar energy, not a great energy, and it's still useful, it's still accessible, it's still entertaining, but probably don't immerse yourself in it. They're also asking people, they're saying this is a good time for assessment with these two retrogrades. Well, it's more than with the particular retrogrades going on. They're saying it's a great time to assess personally. They're also saying this, they're laughing at me because they're saying, oh, in the vein of Cryon, in the vein of Abraham Hicks, they're saying, you really do deserve to be happy. You're really supposed to be happy. You're really supposed to be happy. Please look towards your own happiness. Please, please, please. I mean, these guides, the wisdom, I think, is what I'm dealing with here. They're saying you have every right to be happy. You're supposed to be happy. If something doesn't make you happy, you have to change it. We beg you, we implore you. If it's not making you happy, please change it. Please change it. They're saying you always have a way to change it. It seems like you don't, even when it seems like you can't, you can. They're saying that the universe is mysterious, life is serious and that there are ways to move and change things. And so even if you feel like you're in a prison, even if it's a physical prison, even if it's, there are ways. Please believe they're asking, please believe there are ways to move and change and grow and feel better and feel happy. Because I know a lot of things, I particularly relate to that. Like when I was in that neck pain, I was like, there's no way I'm going to be happy. I'll never be happy again. But they're saying, no, it exists. It's here for you. It's here for you. Please, please, please find it. Like, please just look and find it. It's possible. They're also saying people that are on the edge, people that feel alone, people that feel like they have no hope, all of that stuff, getting towards that vile word, Chris Cornell, Chester Bennington S word. They're saying, please don't, please don't, please don't. There's hope. There's hope. There's peace. That's a huge message they want to send out. Please don't. Please don't, please don't. There's hope, there's peace. Sometimes you have to do a little work. Sometimes you have to do leg work. Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it's difficult, but they are adamant. They are saying, hey, you're supposed to be happy. You're allowed to be happy. It's your birthright to be happy. You're entitled to be happy. And we want everyone to know that and remember that. And there ends the message. Finn. Woo, honey. I don't even know how long that was. Shit. I'm having the last little sip with y'all. I'm going to have this last little sip. Merci to you. My French accent is so bad. I quit. I didn't quit, but I took a break after I'm trying to learn French Duolingo. I am semi-fluent in Spanish. I read it better than I speak it, but I'm working on my French, and my accent is so bad. It's just so bad. It's embarrassing to speak French. It's so bad. I was going so fast. I'm so sorry. I know I start talking like an auctioneer on meth when those downloads come in, and I'm really sorry. What does it feel like? It almost feels like first of all, nothing's talking through me. It's talking to me. So it's like I'm a secretary. And for whatever reason, I put myself, like a 1950s sweater girl. But it's like they're dictating, and it's got to come out of my mouth. And if I stop, they'll stop. Like if I say I need a break, they'll give me a break. But it's easier for me to just let it flow. It's easier for me to just let it flow through. And I know it's difficult for some people because it does come through really, really fast. That's for my sake. That makes it easy on me. For me, with all my Scorpio, it's easier to just get it out. You know what I mean? Than, oh, wait, I need a break. Oh, wait, I'm talking too fast. Oh, wait, my viewers can't listen to that. You know what I mean? That's too fast for them. It's much easier for me to just let them do it. It feels like, you know what it feels like? Oh, hello. It feels like somebody's going like, go, 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 Kirsten. Like, the water's running out of the sink and you have to fill up all the pots. Like, hurry up and let the water spill. That's what it feels like. It's not horribly frantic, but it does feel like just let it go, let it go, let it go. Thank you for asking. There's nothing funnier than me as a Southerner speaking French. Oh, God. My whole life I wanted to have a little Southern accent. I'm California born and raised, so it's never going to happen. But I always wanted to be, like a Southern belle. Like I always wanted it. I always wanted it. Colleen says, I've always picked up that within the next 5-10 years that a bunch of famous historical women are going to reincarnate. You're not. The feminine is rising. The feminine is super rising. I sound like I'm in an adrenaline rush when I do it. I'm not, but it feels that way. You know what I mean? It definitely feels like, oh my God, here we go. It's like I'm on the diamond, slope, and I don't ski at all. But it's like I'm going down the diamond slope. It's like, okay, here we go. Yeah, it's wild. People in Scotland laughed at my accent so much, but I don't have one. Do you hear this? Can anybody hear these pops in the kitchen? Will humans ever live hundreds of years, like in the Bible? Yes. That's lost information. That Bible, I hate to say this because I actually kind of hate the Bible, but some of that information is true. And the humans living hundreds of years is not wrong. It's not like, oh, they did bad math. No, it's the thing that can happen. Kirsten, your download was for like 16 minutes, very informative download. I honestly don't remember a word except for they were like, pick your pets. The rest is gone to me. It's lost to me already. Lost to me already. And this is why you pay me the big bucks. But if you don't pay me the big bucks, you can very much leave a comment, a like, a subscribe. You can recommend me to your friends, your family. You can send me good juju. It all works. It all works. I think, being a woman in this business, people don't like to give women things unless you're screwing them. I mean, they don't. Even other women don't like to give women things. It's a really weird thing. And speaking to Colleen's comment about, historical women reincarnating, I think we're coming out of a lot of that. I think we're coming out of a lot of that. And it's going to be really interesting to see where it goes. It's really strange. I think the consciousness, the collective male consciousness, and I've had people ask me, is there a kind of like a third consciousness, third gender consciousness? There is. It's very neutral. It's quite neutral. But you do have a collective male, you do have a collective female, and then you have a collective neutral. And the neutral is I mean, they're all equal, they're all fine. But the collective male consciousness in the 3D is undergoing such a massive shift, it can hardly handle it, which is why you're getting a lot of these I words. I don't want to say it on here. Again, if you want sense and ad-free, third-eyechampagne.com and Patreon is your move. But we're getting a lot of pushback because they can sense it changing. The collective male consciousness, I could do a whole video on this. I am going to be doing a video on twin flames, by the way. I have a different take than everybody else. I feel like mine's legitimate. We'll see how it goes, but you're going to have one of those coming up for you. Sharon says, hi to the people lurking. Please come join us. Please hit the thumbs up button. Thank you. Yes, please. That would be great. Angels are gender fluid. Angels are a frequency. Angels are a frequency that can manifest as a being. Just like demons are a frequency that can manifest as a being. What are you doing? And then he looks at me like, I don't know, what am I doing? Yeah, the patriarchy can feel the change. And I mean, if you look at, the Me Too movement is not accident. When you look at the history of the world, it's kind of like, for as far back as we can remember, men started the wars. Men were SAing other men and women. You're looking at these things and it's kind of like, you are a little bit rampant. You're running rampant. That's going to be moving. It's not going to be pretty, but it's going to be moving. We're going to have a lot. And so in my 2024 content, I go into Lilith energy. I never, again, not an astrologer, only a hobbyist, but I do all astrology, or I have someone help me do all your astrology at thirdeyechampagne.com. And for some reason in 2024, I have included Lilith. I have included Black Star Lilith in the astrology. I was pushed to do it. I never do it. You're going to have this big Lilith energy, big time coming in, especially in 24. I wonder if it's Pluto and Aquarius. I don't know. I have no idea where Lilith is now. I don't know, but it's coming. Okay. Well, that was fun. Little Sparrow Chow says, I feel like the 1960s shift the energy and got pushed back, and we have to keep trying. I agree. Fiona, I'm sending big hugs. You get your new babies when you get your new babies. Although, this is very interesting. So I'm doing these past life readings, and I always shied away from them because they couldn't be verified. Like when you're doing a reading for a client, I want to give you so much for your book. I don't normally go into past lives because you can't verify it. If I say this happened to you in this particular lifetime past, or this is happening now, or I can give you a future prediction and then it comes true, I feel like I've done my job. With past life readings, they're not verified, so I always kind of moved away from them. But during my recovery, I kind of got a little obsessed with them, and I started designing these past life readings. So what I do is I take a pendulum and I ask how many past lives a certain person has had. And then what I do is I have you guys make a list. So come to me as a private reading. You make a list of 5 people that you think you've had a past life with. And it could be anybody, enemy, celebrity, random person met twice, family member, lover, former lover, somebody you met in 2nd grade, doesn't matter. We look and we see how many past lives you've had together. And then I get my cards out and I look what's on here. What are the themes? What happened in the past lives? What do they need to clear? What needs to happen? What karma is. So I'm doing these readings. They're on sale right now, by the way, $200 if you want to grab one. Email me, kirstenlacenauthor@gmail.com. Hello, self-promotion. But anyway, what's really interesting. So first of all, the past lives are so much more. I thought 10, 20. No, most people are in the multiple hundreds. So I am at, when I did mine, I think it was 1,430 something, like 36. But it was 1,000. The highest person I've ever read for was in the 2,000s. Most people I've read for so far are sitting between 4 and 5. The lowest I've read for was 50. There are much bigger past lives that are coming through that I mean, honestly, I was shocked, but it's been consistent. So the other week, I had a client ask me to read for their dog. Do I have a past life with my dog? No, I'm with you, Cindy, with your other opinion. That's exactly what I want to talk about. I'm going to make a video on it. I read for the dog. Never read for an animal's past life in my life. The dog had 2,600 past lives. So oddly enough, the very next client I have, I do a past life reading, and they want to know about their cat. Okay, so I do the cat. The cat had 3,300 past lives. So I mentioned offhandedly to the 3rd client, I'm like, I just read for somebody's cat and dog, and they were like, read for my dog. I was going to say 3,000, no. 3,000 past lives on that cat. These animals are coming back and coming back and coming back and coming back. I mean, it's only been 3 times. I'd like to read for more animals and kind of see what the numbers are, but I was shocked by it. And the other thing I picked up about the animals is they always come back as what they are, which I know totally trashes on like the I think it's the Buddhist, right? The way of you have to kind of move through evolution as you reincarnate. But when I that dog was like, I only come back as a dog. I'm a dog, a dog, a dog, a dog, a dog. When I looked at the cat was like, I'm only a cat. I'm a cat for 3,000 past lives. Same thing with the other cat. They never showed me any other lifetime. I did for Santos, yeah. Lisa was reading for Santos when he was kind of in his hospice phase. I was shocked. And then when I was looking at the people with their pets, how many lifetimes did they have? It would be 200, 300. This animal would always be with them. So there's something about our animals. I think they continue to come back and be with us in multiple lifetimes. I mean, these readings have blown my mind. But the animal thing was shocking to me. And I kind of did a little bit, and I was like, okay, well, let me look at other animals that aren't pets. And I was picking random animals, and just kind of saying, hey, are you always an elephant? Yeah, I'm always an elephant. Hey, are you always a dolphin? Yeah, I'm always a dolphin. Although dolphin consciousness, the out of body, FYI. But it's really interesting. It's really, really interesting how these animals come through. Yeah, very, very interesting. All right, it's my last little swallow. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, everyone in between, I'm about to leave. I'm about to leave. I'm going to go have some dinner. Trying to think, is there anything else? I've made so many goddamn announcements during this effing live stream. We are starting something called The Void. So if you want to get rid of something, you're going to be able to do that on Zoom with us. You don't have to be a member or a patron. It's going to be a $5 donation. If you're a member or a patron, it's a donation, whatever you want to give. If you don't give, if you don't have extra money that month, don't give. Basically, it's a banishment circle. We're going to be getting rid of whatever we want to get rid of. Oh my God, it's a wrong name. Alcinda Rama said that animals come back really quickly and they come back as the same animals. Yeah, they do. They come back fast. Just got an ad about animals, emotional support animals. Wow. Thank you so much for being here, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I appreciate you. My troll hunters. I guess I'm going to need some mods on Twitch, huh? I guess I'm going to need some mods on Twitch. That was a little silly. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me. It was a little silly. You know, but I'm sorry if it disturbed you. I kind of didn't want it to take over the video, but honestly, I was very amused by it. Isn't that horrible? That must be like the sadist Scorpio in me. I was very amused by the whole troll situation. Yeah, I just thank you for putting up with that, and I will find some mods on Twitch. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you to the mods. Thank you to everybody. Thank you to everybody watching, down into the future. I appreciate you guys. I adore you. Don't forget, we will be live to the public next Thursday. The usual, not cocktails. We're going to be doing cards and whatnot. If you want more of this content, of course, thirdEyeChampagne.com. I don't know what my kid, y'all, but somebody's still in this house, but they don't want to identify themselves, and it's irritating. Our next Drunk Tarot looks good. By popular demand, it was between Bob Marley and Hugh Hefner, and it looks like Hefner won, which is unfortunate because he's a douche. But it looks like we're going to be doing Hefner. Who else? What else can I do right now? I am on the Activity Continues podcast. So if you, it's called The Activity Continues. Amazing people. Lynette actually hooked me up with them. Hello. Can you function? Can you function like a normal person? I know. Good boy, you want a cookie? Anyway, it's some behind the scenes stories about my life. Stories about how I became medium, which I hate, but there is some stories about how my dad passed away. It's how I ended up accidentally being a medium, and it's a good podcast. So Activity Continues. I'm on there. Aliza is streaming consistently. Check her out. Make sure you're following her if you're not. I think that's it. All right, my loves. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. I love you. I adore you. This is what pisses me off about the stream, though, because I should just go black. It should be very dramatic, and I should go black. But instead, I have to go over here, hit end broadcast, and then hit yes. I'm sure to end broadcast. It just ruins everything. Please try to share the podcast on the channel so we can link it. Yes, I am going to share the podcast. It's again, The Activity Continues I do share a lot of stuff across my other social media, so if you're not following me there, you should. And I love you. I adore you. Thank you so much for being here. Be well. See, it should end, but does it? No. Are you sure you want to end the broadcast, Kirsten? Yes, I'm fucking sure.